Ka Valley Kickball KIFA Podcast 2023. Not only is June Pride Month, but Kansas just celebrated the second official holiday of Juneteenth as it passed in most counties last October. Let's take this time to reflect on ways that you have shown up for marginalized groups, how to improve on that, and how to get others involved. Be a better advocate for people who do not have the same privileges. It starts with listening, learning, and being ready to start today. Actions are what make you an ally. No, SB 180. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Ka Valley Kickball Podcast. We are broadcasting from a little secret location in a bunker underneath Hobbs Park. Thank you for listening in. If you're listening live, give us a shout out. I will try to do comments on Mixler. Other people are on the podcast, getting text messages. Today we are joined by, I am Erin Airbear Adams. I play for Poshwash. We have Ari Likes It Harder, Oxer.
That's Brown Eye.
We have Summertime Stacy.
That's me.
That's you. We've got Scandalous Chelsea Scanlon.
Screamers!
There it is. We have Liz Suicide Squeeze Carr.
We're going to get the three-peat.
Treepeat.
A tree-peat?
We have Liv Moss Olivia Lemus.
Working on that Taco Bell sponsorship.
Getting it. We've got Sarah down to Party Rock.
Oh, always DTP.
We have Willow, gonna leave you weeping, Novacek.
I love that nickname.
Fantastic. We have Dr. Yacy, puts the yay back in Kickball Young.
Young Spine for life.
And producing in the background, we got Lady Megan Hammond. Is that everybody? Did I forget somebody? No? Okay. Today's sponsors, thank you very much to Santa Massage and Wellness, Find Fitness, Young Spine and Joint, Empire Bar and Billiards, Nourish Training, Nick Lerner Real Estate, and Up to 11 Productions. We will talk more about all of those sponsors throughout the podcast. The general layout of the podcast, we're going to talk about a lot of fun things. Kickball happened last week. We'll remind you about what's going on with the charities. We'll do drinking games. If you're following along at home and you feel like getting trashed, we want you to drink every time we say grass.
Grass. Drink.
You're going to be fucking trashed. We want you to drink.
God damn it. Scratch. No.
Drink every time we talk about volunteering. Drink every time we talk about grilling. And of course, if we say thank you to the board, drink. It's at least 6 drinks. Get started, y'all. Stacy or Liz, since you guys are here and you're on the board, I would love it if you guys would talk about the season's charity, which is Baby J's Legacy of Hope. Do you guys know more about this?
Yes. So Baby J's is, first of all, not associated with Baby J from KU. But Baby J's is a charity serving the KC, Topeka, Lawrence area, and they strive to provide direct financial and emotional support to families during children's battle with pediatric cancer, allowing the families to focus more on their children during their cancer journey. Their organization helps with most things that insurance doesn't cover, such as gas, food, utilities, transportation, and housing. Also, be sure to say hi to their new mascot, Flip, a butterfly that has its own big book of advice for brave kids. Flip and his book are there to welcome each family assisted. It's no wonder that KVKL chose to back such a worthy charity this year. And while we work hard to help raise as much money as possible for their organization, there are other ways you can help as well. Want to do more? You can always go to their website at www.babyjslegacy.org and sign up to volunteer directly or participate in one of their local events, like the Rexy Run or Adopt a Family. Or you can just send them a direct donation via their website. Every little bit helps, and remember, no one should stand alone during this fight.
So that's a great charity, I think. Did anybody else know about this charity before now?
Did not.
A couple
I
people did?
Yeah,
Okay.
their family actually goes to school at Prairie Park.
Oh, very good.
So, yeah, we have a personal connection with the family.
Very good. It's always fun to find out about more charities. Get involved if you want to get involved more. There's 1,000 things out there to do to make the world better. Because there's so many people here today that we want to talk about how KIFA changed. A couple years ago, we used to call it the Girl on Girl Clinic. We changed it to Kickball is for All. We want marginalized people. We want anyone who is struggling with identity to come out and join us because you're welcome. Again, shouting out to our sponsors, thanking volunteers. That's what we're doing here today. Who was volunteering at KIFA this year? We got Megan, we got Yacy, Liv, we got Ari. All right, so we Chelsea pitched. You guys
was there.
I got some new information from a girl who plays for Soda Jerks. Her name's Sarah Bloom. And she said this was her first year ever at the clinic. Normally we've got Bonnie here. I forgot to mention Bonnie's here.
Dogs of KVKL.
Pups of
KVKL.
Pups of Kickball. Instagram. Like, subscribe.
Like and subscribe. So Sarah Bloom said that she had a really good time. I think I sent it to you.
You did, yeah.
And she was like, I didn't realize how informal it was going to be. It felt very relaxed. I think these two things could have been combined. She had great feedback for us.
She said she's like, oh, it didn't start on time. I thought it was more casual. Like, yeah, we never really start on time. We try, but
we try so hard. We really do. But she said the only thing she was like, I have some feedback for advice on how to change it or how to make it better. And I was like, that's what we want. So if you attended and you have fun things to say about it or not, that's fine. We'll listen. But hopefully they're all, good things.
And there was a girl there, doesn't play kickball, just heard about us, and she came out and played, and I saw her in a team picture on Sunday.
Hooray.
Elizabeth found a team. Oh, yeah. Welcome to the family.
That's what it's all about. Jordan from Red Legs said something. I wrote it down somewhere, and now I've lost it because I'm an idiot. She said that there were two people who played for other teams that she saw out there. She saw Julie from Scoonies and Angela from Harpies. It was their first time ever. She saw improvement from them from the beginning of the day to the end of the day. And she thought that was fantastic. And she really hopes that their games went well and that they played well during their games.
I definitely saw Julie from Harpies laying down bunts at the clinic, and I saw her laying down bunts at South Park at 5 o'clock. So
fantastic. Good job, ladies.
Yeah.
Anything else? Do we have any leftover merch from KIFA? I think some people still need to pick up their shirts.
Stacy has the shirts. We have a couple extras. Yeah. I don't know what sizes. There's probably a large. There might be a medium.
So a couple
maybe
extra
an
shirts.
XL. I don't know. They're T-shirts.
$20.
$20.
Stacy's got them.
Can I mention other KVKL merch?
Yeah, we've got other merch.
We have a new merch website that I put together, and it has all the prices. This is Liz, by the way. Not Liv, Liz, the Z. And if you need to buy KVKL merch, hit me up. I'll take it to the fields.
Cool. So she'll find you and bring it to you.
And some pictures were just posted from the clinic.
Yes, thank you to Kayla for posting those. She took a lot of great pictures for us.
Baby.
Yeah. Did anybody else participating want to add anything about what they thought of KIFA this year?
Willow, I know it was your second year at KIFA and your second year in the league.
Yeah, it was kind of like my anniversary of the league because that was like the first thing I attended last year, and I got to do one of the four practice clinic things with Yacy, and I got even better at picking a side of the base and sticking with it. And that helped me out on Sunday.
That's what drills are for.
Willow definitely improved since last clinic, for sure.
That's what it's all about. So if anybody else wants to reach out to any of the people who are involved in running KIFA, we are open to discussion. We love to make things better. And if you want to join next year and attend or help volunteer, obviously reach out. I think Liv is stepping up and taking up a lot more responsibility on that. Trying. And it'll be really fun. I feel like I'm forgetting something, but maybe I'm not. Anyone who volunteered out there yesterday, fantastic. Thank you so much. Yesterday, Saturday, whatever day it is.
What day is it?
Yeah. But before we do anything else, shout out to the board members and all the volunteers for scrambling on the grass. For those of you who don't know, Kickball happened this past weekend, and it was bedlam. It was complete bedlam. Everybody's sunburned.
See it from over here.
And a lot of fields got moved around last minute. So the board members learned how to chalk fields at noon. They were planning on chalking 4. They ended up having to chalk 7. They also had to mow one of the fields. I think Asteroid Head, Pat and Colin, and Clint from Corksuckers got out there and mowed it. And then Clint had to go and play a game right after that. So thank you to anyone who stepped up to volunteer. Thank you for getting to where you needed to be on time. The board was probably infinitely stressed, and I probably added to that. But hopefully everything will go smoothly from here on out. Do whatever you need to say or do to make it quit raining on Sundays.
And maybe wait till noon before you post on Facebook to ask the games are still on. 8's like a little early.
Yeah, no. Normally,
Yeah, we usually do not get the information until, like, the latest is usually 1 o'clock, but it could be earlier. So, like, we will let you know as soon as we know.
yeah, it's always been 1 o'clock, guys. It's always been 1 o'clock. I need to also shout out to the people who stepped up and refed extra at Broken Arrow, because one of the games did not couldn't get
a
refs.
field. We couldn't get a field.
Yeah. So very, very last minute, the 5 o'clock game at Broken Arrow had last minute refs step up. So huge thank you to them. I think that was
Red Lion
and Bree from Shirt Factory. So thank you so much. You guys are obviously all stars. And now we have a silly game that.
Oh,
has
wait. Also,
What?
for the Poshwash Corksuckers game,
Yep.
the Harpies and the
Yes.
Kansas Tree Care,
Kansas Tree Care
stepped up and volunteered to ref. So they finished playing their game and raced over to Edgewood to ref over there.
Yes. So all the extra refs, obviously, you guys are loved. And it's not an easy job. So now we have a silly game before we start getting into recaps. High school superlatives. Everyone's going to draw out of the bag. Is superlatives the right word?
First of all, did anyone have one of these in high school? A superlative? It's,
No.
best dressed or blah, 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 or whatever. Okay, well, if you have one, what did you have?
Oh, you mean what did our
Yeah. Like what were you?
Oh, no, I did not have one.
Oh.
No, but I will tell you a funny little superlative cute story was that Elliot, didn't get best dressed, but the kid who did get best dressed,
How is that possible?
the day they were doing the pictures, he was wearing all of Elliot's clothes.
That's bullshit.
Obviously rigged.
Elliot still has beef with that.
Oh, beef of the week? That's coming.
Willow.
I got class clown in grade school.
I also got class clown in high school.
right.
High five.
Yes.
I got most likely to be gay. I guess they were right. No, that was a joke.
Did they really do that?
No. It was just a running joke in 8th grade to add that to the yearbook, but no, they didn't do that.
I think
came out the year
goes,
after
that's
that.
on brand.
You're like, it's my year.
You're like, I should put it in there.
All right, so for this game, I'm going to go around. Everybody draws a piece of paper out of the bag, and it's going to have, I believe, team names on them.
No, this is...
I'm sorry, it'll have
high school
what
superlatives.
the superlative is, and you have to say who in the league you think.
Or a team.
A team or a person?
Team
Okay.
or person.
Can people draw so they can think about it for a second? What do you got? Yacy has most likely to wear flip-flops in the snow.
The shoeless guy. T. Yeah, Taylor.
I was going to say Avery.
Yeah.
So Avery off John Denver.
Okay. That's a good one. Who's got one for us? Who's ready?
I have most changed since 6th grade, and I'm going with the Harpies.
Oh, that's perfect. I would have gone with the McKees because they've been playing since 6th grade.
Facts.
I've got most likely to make it as a professional musician. Well, I'm going to pick the D-holes because we got Chris Dover of the Sluts and AJ Knudsen of Likes and Local Darlings, right?
No, not local.
No.
That would be Dover as well.
I'm so confused. They're like, there's
Four-
incestuous bands. They all
four
just play
people in
together.
7
so,
bands.
Yes.
So I have Evil Scientist, and I'm going to go with Young Spine because they have a Dr. Yacy Young on their team. And even though I know she doesn't like deal with like sticking people with needles and like those electric shock
that's
things.
like a Frankenstein scientist.
Bones.
That counts as a scientist. That counts as scientist.
I know.
Speaking of Gacy Young, that is one of our sponsors. So thank you so much. Anybody else ready?
I'm ready.
Yeah.
I got a fitting one. It says most likely to live happy ever after.
Aw.
And since I just got engaged, I'm gonna give that to me and my girl.
Can I draw a different one then?
I missed yours.
Who's next? Liz.
I'm ready. I got most likely to get away with anything. I'm gonna go with Becca from Harpies because she's cute and fun, and I think she would just like giggle and be like, "It's fine."
Anybody else ready? Sarah?
All right.
Microphone.
I got biggest flirt, and I'm
Yeah.
going to go with James from The Ghosts.
Oh, that's 100%. 100% Tolbert. Anybody else have one? Willow?
I got most likely to be a politician, and I think that Cougar and Sean Meredith should remake like the campaign movie with Will Ferrell and the other guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I had most likely to get their picture printed on money. Diplomatically, I probably should go with Ben Hutnick because he's in that realm of I feel like he could easily be a politician someday.
Totally agree on that.
Yeah.
Also, are we sure Bickle's not printing his own money in his basement yet?
But hopefully he's not putting his face on it.
Oh, absolutely.
All right. Kickball happened last week. I think everybody got theirs down. If you want feedback on that, give it to us. We're live on the internets, and I've got the chat open. Sunday Kickball. We're not going in order that they are on the website. We're going in order that we have them printed in front of us, so you're just going to have to deal with that and catch up. Broken Arrow, 5 o'clock. That was on, this one was on the Small Dirt, I believe.
Big Dirt, 5 o'clock.
Bald Beavers Rockets was on Big Dirt, 5 o'clock.
Yeah, that was the game that was,
Yeah.
yeah.
So that game has a score somewhere on here. I don't have it in front of me. Who's got the score for that
you're
game?
there.
Anybody?
Who was it?
Bald Beavers.
Bald Beavers 17, Rockets 7. We've got notes from Hobber, a home run kick at the first kick of the game. Lexi kicked great. Beavers started fast and won comfortably, but Rockets improved as the game went along. There's a small talent gap here, top to bottom, but the Rockets hit their cutoffs and would be pretty close. Several good plays in the interior. Does anybody else have any feedback on this one? It says the gal who played second base for Beavers isn't just great. She's a foundational player, makes all the throws, catches with confidence, including those pesky infield moonshots, and strategically kicks beautifully. She could start for a top 5 team tomorrow. Deepest kick by any player in the 5 o'clock or 7 o'clock games at Broken Arrow was a late inning double by one of the Rockets gals. Absolutely crushed it to dead center. All of these notes are from Ben Hutnick.
Nice notes.
Yeah. I obviously didn't see this game. This is a game that my team should have reffed, but because of all the changes, they had some Red Lions and Bree reffing that game. Did anybody have a different outcome on this going forward?
No notes.
No notes. Okay. Sadly, we have to move on to the next game then. The next game that we have on the list is Poshwash at Corksuckers, Edgewood, 7 o'clock. This was the only game at Edgewood. It was fine because we had shade, but it was kind of hilly. The way the field was set up was from east to west, so we were kicking to the west. In the past, we've kicked from west to east. It's a little flatter that way, but then you're fielding into the sun, so I'm fine with the way they set it up.
I was going to say, I will have to say that the board members who got there to do that were the people who had games at 7 o'clock and who had never played at Edgewood.
Yeah.
And I was at a game, like I had to get to my game and I'm trying to explain to Lauren on the phone where to go to set up the field.
Oh, yeah.
So that was probably my bad for not being better with directions.
No, that's fine.
That's all right.
It's a tricky field. The notes on the paperwork, it says, Sean with an RKI hurt his leg and then scores. Kyle with a great bobble catch and left. Kyle was lights out for the Corksuckers. He fell on his ass to catch it. Nicole from Poshwash, towards the end of the game, kicked the catcher twice. She was out
They
for
probably deserved
blood.
it.
No, she didn't kick him with her foot. She kicked him with the ball.
Did the catcher owe her money?
I asked, I was like, what did you say to her to piss her off? Because she's like, it was crazy. I was like, how are you getting kicked on that side? It didn't even make sense. Anyways, she ended up getting to second. She tripped running to second, still got there, and then she slid into third to make sure she got there. So just great all around playing by Nicole. I had a great play in the top of the second, yay me. Kylie with a short kick in the second. Ben from Corksuckers had 3 RKIs. Probably should have had home runs, but we were able to get it in faster. So we had a lot of rallies, but we couldn't come back. We probably should have gotten run ruled, but we were able to score a couple towards the end. Jill and Jana, 100% killing it for Corksuckers, and my ladies were on fire getting things in. We had to rotate pitchers because the grass was so tall. I don't know if anybody else had tall grass problems, but luckily I have 3 people on my team who are willing to pitch, so my arm hasn't completely fallen off. My ass hurts from the lunges, though.
Oh, yeah. Could you tell me
Pitching
what
lunges.
Sean with the rally faux hawk means? Who got a faux hawk?
I don't know what that means. That's why I didn't read it.
It's in the notes. We'd like to know what the rally faux hawk is, if anyone can.
Well, Max was the one
text
taking the
Mixler and
notes.
Tell us.
So,
Oh, he is definitely not listening. I can
No.
text him.
but by the time he gets around to it, it won't matter anymore. But
We can come back to it.
I don't know. Next game, I have Free State at Rick Rollers, and it looks like Free State won 12-4. The notes from the refs, does anybody have those in front of them?
I do.
Okay.
Refs and captains did a great job of discussing no orange bag and field changes at the start of the game, made for easier calls. Great slide from Eric in the third. George, great throw from home to 2. Jeff, great catch in the 5th. Haley, textbook bunt in the 9th. So pretty. Missy has great control as a pitcher. Yes, she does. Got lead off in the 1st. Sorry, I'm not reading phonetically or commas. I don't know. Alicia, great catch in the 2nd. Wonderful bunt by Alicia in the 4th. Mike had a solid triple in the 8th. Hallie got the 2-out rally for Free State in the 7th. Missy kicked through the pitcher's legs in the 8th. We call that a nutmeg.
Nutmeg.
You go through.
I have notes from Marisa on Rick Rollers. She said their team had 3 girls, Alyssa and Haley and her. Haley made the most catches overall at Rover. Alyssa had 2 great plays at second to get the outs. She also had great slides into third base. The ball barely beat her. The Free State ladies did a great job pitching, kicking, and bunt blocking. Their ladies are amazing at kicking, too. And then from Kristen CS, I have a laundry list of everything, but I think it's everything you just read. Like, she wrote it out twice to me. And then she said she's really proud of the way everyone communicated with the lack of the orange bag. The refs and captains did really well during the game, keeping everything cool with that. Solid win for Free State, and Rick Rollers hung in there and kept fighting through the 9th inning pretty well. So even though it seems like a lopsided 12-4, sounds like it was
Seems closer than
seems
that.
closer than that, I guess.
I had some notes sent to me from Lindsay Dieter of Free State. She said Hallie was definitely their MVP.
Nice.
The defense was flawless. She started out with a 2-out rally that led to several runs scored. Play of the game for them was probably Ian in right field. He picked up one that they dropped pretty deep on the line and made a great read and throw to first to get the game ending out. So that's why you run it out to first. Don't just think because you kicked to the outfield you're going to make it.
Run it out every time.
Because people got arms in right field.
what they're there
Dieter
for.
said the woman that played for Rick Rollers, the woman that played Rover for Rick Rollers was a beast. And the woman who was playing second totally burned our outfield with her legs. I'm not sure of their names, but sounds like Rick Rollers have some lady legs on their team.
I like it.
And Lindsay said Rick Rollers were a very fun team to play, very competitive, and very sportsmanlike. 10 out of 10. She would play again.
Oh,
Did Hallie get the Free State chain?
I only ever see Rex wearing it. I don't know who got it.
Who's got the chain? Can someone tell us?
Yeah, who gets the chain, Seth?
Maybe.
The MVP.
Yeah.
She should get the chain.
She probably did then. If Dieter said that, that's probably who got it.
Yeah. We like to see pictures of her in the chain.
I want pictures every week, Free State. Where are you at? You slacking, Seth. You know you got social media on lock. All right. Broken Arrow, Park, Small Dirt. Now we're to the Small Dirt. We've got Sod Squad 13, Jazz House 8. I did not see this happening. That was a surprise for me. The notes are on here somewhere. I've got.
I got
Okay, go ahead.
I can read them because these notes are my favorite. It says Lissa covered 2 like a badass. Kelly, great slide. Ross looks like Kenny Money, but prettier. Pitcher is barefoot and looks like Jesus.
That's T,
right?
That's T.
And Free State are big fans of Lissa. Good catch by second baseman of Jazz House in ninth.
Fantastic. Kristen says that she had a really great first inning. She played rover. The lead runner was coming from 2. Ermi had a great throw to center. She was in foul territory and knocked the ball into runner to get an out, so she was really happy about that. Ross was there to grab the ball to keep control of it. She had a beautiful kick. So Kristen did really well this game. It sounds like she had a really fun time. She didn't watch her ball when she kicked, which is exactly what you're supposed to do. Thank you for listening to your base coach. Kelly, who plays for that team, also plays in Kansas City. She did rover and pitched quite a bit and did a lot of sliding as well. So I love that we got to play on grass because people get to get dirty. You don't see it as much in dirt. But if you're in the grass, drink. And you're sliding, drink.
I chatted with Rick about this game a little bit today. About once a year, Rick and I have a phone call where we talk about kickball. It's always before this podcast. And he
it's a good tradition.
He said that his kids are still learning because, they're always young. And there's 3 times that they left home plate unguarded. And Sod Squad took advantage of that. He was raving about the Sod Squad player. Is it Lissa?
Yeah.
He said she's excellent. He hope he never has to play against her again. He said she looks like a former softball player, has a cannon for an arm, and one of the best second base women that he's ever seen.
Love it.
He says, he talked, accolades about all of his girls. He said one of his girls is injured right now, but she's coming back soon, Ellen. And he said,
love Ellen.
That Lauren Legali is fast as a rocket down the first base line, and he's
Old
so
news.
lucky to have her. Yeah, old news. We know she's good. And he said that I think she must be new this year, Cammie, she keeps the mood light and fun at all the games, and she's a joy to have around. So.
Everyone needs one of those on their team.
Yeah. And he said Zod Squad got some upgrades this year with some youngins and Blake Freeman on their team, and
Yes.
he said they're one to watch, so be careful.
Yeah, Blake finally playing with his wife. So cute.
Also got some history from Rick. He's a little shy, bit older than many of us. He said, I told him how my first game in 2010 was at South Park, my first kickball game. He said, well, my first softball game was in South Park in 1971, and it used to be filled with softball fields, and the home plate was closest to the Fuzzy's Taco corner there, and he just was telling me stories about softball back in the 70s, so loved it. Love stories from Rick.
That's why it's perfect for kickball. Next game we got Broken Arrow grass. This is the field that had to be mowed before they could start playing. So again, shout out to the Asteroid Head guys and Clint from Corksuckers for doing that, and whichever board members were out there doing that. It was probably one of the last ones that got taken care of because the grass was high. 5
Did
o'clock.
you just thank the board?
Oh yeah, thank you board for your volunteer work.
Did you say grass as well?
I said grass a lot.
Oh, shit.
If you're not drinking this moonshine, I don't know what's wrong with you.
Yeah, Stacey's poured out some cornbread
Some
jalapeno
jalapeno
moonshine
cornbread.
for the podcast members. We just have shot glasses sitting around.
It's sharp.
It's good. It tastes like dinner.
good. It's
Dinner
good.
in
It's
a
good.
glass.
I'm sure that sounded great on the microphone. Scoonies 3, Asteroid Head 7. This is a score I kind of expected because Asteroid Head is that team that you do not know what's going to hit you. Asteroid Head has Pat sent me some notes. It says Ashton was scratched in the 8th and Sam ran for him. That's what's on the paperwork. What I have from Pat Watkins was it was a fun game. Scoonies played well. First base was an uphill run, so lots of plays happened at first. The grass was long and uneven, which slowed everything down. Lots of pop-ups on both sides and a few base runners overall. I lost the rest of my paperwork. Oh, there it is. We were able to get ahead by doing something we loathe, bunting. We loaded the bases a couple of times and hit sacrifice flies for most of our runs. Made us feel a little gross. Scoonies took the lead in the 8th, I think, but Asteroid Head answered. We love the grass. Drink. But I'm not sure we're up for it again for another game like that. They had 6 ladies on the roster for the game. Catherine had a diving catch at first base, catching the ball and keeping her foot on the bag. Best play of the day for Asteroid Head. It sounds like Scoonies were holding their own for a while there, and I've got paperwork in front of me somewhere. And when you look at the paperwork, you can see, if you look at the score sheets, if you have them, you can see that they were tied 1-1 going into the 5th inning. Then it was 2-1. Then I think Asteroid had scored all of the rest of theirs in the 7th and 8th inning or 9th inning. So it was close up until the end. I'm guessing Scoonies just ran out of steam. Anybody have any feedback on that game?
Do not.
Well, thank you, Pat Watkins, for all your feedback and your volunteer work mowing a lawn on Father's Day, no less.
I feel like lawn is also another word for grass.
I mean, so drink. It is.
That is the most Father's Day thing to do.
It really is.
Mow the grass before kickball.
Mow the lawn. Back to work. All right, the next game that I have in front of me is 7 o'clock grass, dumbbells at Ghosts. And the score that I have is nowhere to be found. Oh, dumbbells 9, Ghosts 1. Anybody expect this outcome?
Wow, no?
No?
I thought Ghosts would have a few more runs.
I thought it would be closer.
Anybody have any feedback on this?
I mean, just looking at the score sheets, it looks like Dumbbell's top is doing all the scoring.
Yeah, I have the score sheets here. People want to look at them and use them if that helps anybody. Okay. So the notes say Shane was pitching all 3 outs in the second. So I'm assuming that as pitcher he made all 3 outs, whether it got kicked right to him or he made the play at 1 or whatever. Dumbbells in the sun, no chairs, no music, no coolers, just kicking the shit out of the ball.
No music, no coolers. That sounds like the saddest day of kickball ever.
The opposite of what happened at South Park.
Yeah.
The ghosts say, I will try and not let the fact that I taught the top of the order in middle school depress me too much. Great game. So I'm guessing that whoever was scorekeeping was an asteroid head person and said that it was a teacher. So I'll get to page 4 here in my notes, because that's where I'm going. Sorry for the delay. It looks like Catherine was, she's a teacher. She was doing the book. So I did talk to Cosgrove after the game. He did not want to talk about the game. He was mad about a lot of it. And did what everyone else is going to do, I'm sure. Grass is the villain this week. I know there were other things out there that are the villain. Grass, villain. So, trust me.
Also, I will say Cosgrove was
hear it.
out trying to get Hobbs ready.
Yep.
Like, they had given up on Hobbs, and before we got no, you cannot play even if we say, we're not going to line it. Like, we tried. Like, we really tried. And Cosgrove is out there, like, raking the shit out of Hobbs to get it ready, and then we were told it doesn't matter, you cannot play. So he was a little pissed off about whoever made that call.
Yeah, the city's office department has had a lot of turnover recently, if you're not aware, and it is potentially going to affect KVKL severely. So be aware of that, and going forward, if you have anything good to say or bad to say about anything the city's doing, there's a Parks and Rec board. There's a kickballer or 2 on it. You can talk to them, or you can attend their meetings. Find them, ask them. They'll tell you more about it. The next games were supposed to be at Lions East. They got moved to Dadbury Park North, I think. We've got Johnny's at Global Cafe. Is that what you guys have?
Yes.
Okay. Johnny's 3, Global Cafe 2. I don't know anything about this game.
Well, Marcus
it
made
went
a
to
video.
extra.
Whoa. One at a time.
You want me to go for
Go,
it?
Liv Moss.
You played it.
No, it was a really good game, though. Like, I've never played against Johnny's or ever seen them play, so that was, like, fun to see their style and everything. And Carrie killed it, like always, and they're just a really good team overall. But I think Global as a team, I think it was a good loss for us to have, just because we saw where we needed to make improvements and everything like that. So we're just going to go back to the drawing boards, make improvements, and come back and just be better. But we fought to the end. I mean, we came back in the end, like we tied it in the 9th inning. Eli had a slide at home to tie it, to put it into overtime. But it was
How
just
many
an
extra
overall good
innings?
game. Oh, just one.
One, okay.
Just one extra inning. But it was a really fun game, and nobody else had fun on grass, but I did.
There you go.
I had some fun on grass.
Had a kid. I had fun on grass. My ass hurts, but I had fun.
So Michael sent me a couple notes about some of the ladies that played in this game. He said Carrie was a beast as usual at pitcher.
Duh.
Several good plays. Liv in left for, he said muddy, but we'll call it global, had 2 or 3 sliding catches that were super clutch. And,
Typical.
Ope and money bunts for Carrie.
So Carrie had bunts that
bunts were so good.
that went like Isaac.
Okay, open money. What is that? I don't know. Am I like
Money, like money. That's
I mean, I
dope,
get the
like,
money,
good.
but the OPE, open money.
Well, I mean,
okay.
okay. What Isaac was saying, because like he would run out and her.
Okay. No, OPE.
So, Stacy, Ope is a very Midwest thing. Like, let me squeeze right past
I
you.
know that, but like
She
open money.
oped-
That's
she-
why I'm not like getting,
She oped some bunts behind Isaac. It was like she went through his back door
because
and like,
Isaac got oped. Oh,
Wow.
squeeze right past you.
Okay, sorry, Michael.
Isaac's so fast, right? So as soon as she bunts, he's running forward. He
went too far.
Bunts, like Squirrely went behind him. Like
gorgeous.
Okay,
They,
okay.
they backdoored. They
Okay.
back-
I didn't get the whole I know what ope means and I know what money means, but putting them together I was a little sorry.
You just got to say it out loud. It's like Shakespeare. If you don't read it out loud, it doesn't make sense.
and
what
he
her
said it
buns
was
were
a
saying.
really errorless game from all ladies on both teams. Thank you,
Jimmy and
Michael.
I watched Carrie's bunts over and over again because he was convinced on dirt they would roll foul.
Yeah.
And no, I don't think they would have. I think they were a pretty straight line, and they would have just painted all the way, hit the third base. They were gorgeous. We'd spent quite a few minutes talking about this and replaying it. I was like, I just stepped too far. These are gorgeous, and he did it. She did it to him twice.
I will say the Harpies are definitely watching and rewatching and rewatching
Thank you, Marcus.
that video for this week.
Yeah.
Stalkers.
I will say that people are going to speculate if this would have happened on dirt. Shut up. I don't want to hear it. It happened on grass. Be happy that you played
I
a
was gonna
fucking
say,
game.
both people had the same advantage
Yeah.
and disadvantage.
Be happy
so.
that you played your game, or don't talk about it anymore because we don't want to hear it. Nobody, certainly board doesn't want to
If
hear
you
it.
can play on dirt, you can play on grass.
Fuck right. Be lucky we're not on goddamn parking lots, all right? Because they do that in New York. All right. Lions East was moved to Dad Prairie Park. That is 23rd Street at late fees. And this is probably the upset of the day. Chelsea, do you have any
upset of the
feedback?
day.
I'm upset
Well,
about
it was
it.
upsetting for me. Let's just
So
say,
the score was 9-8, and I don't think a lot of people saw it.
Close. They in the first inning, like first off they had great kickers. Like I wasn't expecting some of the deep kicks that some of them had on the grass.
Yeah.
Like because but they came out really strong in the first inning.
5 runs in the first inning.
Yeah, and the second kicker, Alyssa, is that her name?
Yes. Or Alicia.
Alicia?
Yeah.
She bombed her fucking first kick. Like
Toasted your center
like
fielder.
Garrett was just kind of like out there, and then it was like, oh shit, like
Coming right for me?
unexpected for everybody. Like we weren't. I don't think he was crunching on her. I think he just wasn't expecting that much.
Sure.
So, but they kicked really well. They made good plays. We didn't adjust to our environment well.
Yeah.
Yes, that nasty
grass.
word.
I asked Shipley before I knew win or loss. I was like, "Hey man, how's your game?" And he was like, "I'm not talking about it." And I saw a vein on his head throbbing, and I was like, "All right, Daddy, slow
Yeah,
down, calm
no,
down."
I mean, we just weren't able to really. We didn't kick as well. We were just kind of. We didn't play a very good game. They played a great game.
But you
So-
manufactured runs. Like you only lost by 1.
yep.
True. I mean, it took a little while for us to get going, but.
And they scored
Damage was done. So.
half of theirs in their first inning, and it looks like you guys had a couple of
Yours
1,
were
2, 3
spread
innings.
out,
So.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
and
mean-
Neff made some great plays. We're not really going to talk too much about Neff because it's the ladies we want to talk about. But
Absolutely.
I love you, Neff.
Apparently, he got out of a pickle, and that's always
I think
impressive.
he got out of 2.
Oh my god.
I mean, I could be wrong. I don't know. There was the second pickle in the game, and I don't remember if it was Neff again.
Did Robin pitch?
For a couple of innings, and then she
love
was
their
replaced.
pitches. I like Robin on the mound.
Or excuse me, they were replaced by I don't know. It's like the third female kicker,
Gotcha.
Allie, maybe.
I think.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what their names were, but they
Sure.
did. One of those ladies was in from Boulder, Colorado. I know that.
nice.
So,
Nice.
And you had a guest star fly
We
from
did.
Chicago.
So we had our own person in from out of town. So, Erin Garger, we love you.
Miss you.
You were a
you,
lot
lady.
of fun. So glad you came down and played.
All right. The next game, unless anybody has anything else. Nope. Next game was Lions West moved to Dad Prairie Park 2. This is Young Spine at Ringers, 5 o'clock. It looks like the final score is on the next page. Turn the page for more, please. I still don't have it.
21-4.
There we go.
Young Spine. Also, should we talk about Young Spine, our sponsor?
Obviously.
Oh my! You popped that back.
I did. Oh, where?
We all have too many papers. People
not gonna
people with less
make-
papers could help out too.
I'm not going to make Yates talk about her. Okay, Young Spine and Joint. YoungSJ.com at 4910 Wakarusa Court, Suite A, Lawrence, Kansas. Techniques offered. Big words. Manual manipulation and adjustment. Dry needling. Sounds titillating. Movement rehab. Mobilization. Kinesiotaping. Soft tissue therapy. Young Spine and Joint takes care of your aches, pains, and mobility issues by dry needling muscles and adjusting joints. If kickball has you hurting, you know it does. Find relief with YSJ. Dr. Young is your chiropractor for pain relief in Lawrence, Kansas. Feel better, move better.
Why are all those words so hard? No, I'm sorry. Kickball.
Big science words. So this is the game that almost didn't happen. The Ringers had injuries and people out of town, but they picked up Elizabeth from the KIFA clinic.
Nice.
And were able to play the game. Both teams rotated players and positions. Ringers have good players that will just need to be developed, and they'll be more competitive next year. We were slotted for a dirt field, but got moved to Dad Perry Park West, so I'm just thankful that both teams avoided injuries on grass.
I got a
Drink.
I got a note from Gio from Soda Jerks, who was on the other field at the same time, I think. And she said that they were looking over watching your game at one point when they were waiting to kick, and they were like, "Oh shit, they're playing dodgeball." She goes, there were two or three back-to-back plays from across the field that they could see where the fielders were just slamming the balls into people to get the out. And she goes, "Oh, well, that's a smart move. If you can't find the base to make an out there, just throw it at the runner, obviously." And I was like, I don't know that I would do that, but
We
cool.
did have flat bases, so I brought out some cones so we're able to see where they were a little
Nice.
bit when we were running, but they're, as a newer team, they didn't have the wherewithal to prevent themselves from throwing the ball.
Sure.
Which then went into the woods a couple times.
So tempting to throw a ball at a runner. You shouldn't do it, but it's so much fun when you do it, and it pays off.
But in a park with no fences,
Yeah.
there's consequences.
Zero. Yeah.
That's what I was going to say. Like, yeah, definitely do not do hero throws when you're on grass.
Especially if there's no outs to start. Like, maybe if there's two already and you're like a few
Unless
feet
you're
away.
sure
like-
you're going to get it, do it.
Like Marcus, Derek Davis, and Steve Harder can probably get away with it. That's it.
Sam.
Grant cannot do it. Tell Grant to quit doing it.
No, he didn't. No, Grant did not have
I'm
any hero
kidding.
throws.
I'm just giving Grant
They're
shit
soon, but no.
this week. Well,
Can I do a shout out to Ringers?
Yeah, please do.
Because I'm their board rep, and they communicate so well.
I love that so
with
much.
me
I
about
love that for
the
you.
game changes. Brooks, their captain, who I don't know if he was at the game.
Oh, no.
I don't see him on the lineup.
No, he wasn't.
But
It looks like they played with
he was
exactly
super
10.
responsive with all the changes in the field because we had them on Dad Perry North and then we moved them to Dad Perry West. So I just appreciate how communicative he is and making sure that his team is there on the right place. And I think that's awesome.
I concur because he messaged Aaron and I quite a bit, and we had great open communication.
Good. And I still think they're going to excel the more they play. I truly just believe if a veteran player can step up when they're playing and help base coach or field coach them while they're playing, they'll be great by next year. They'll be middle of the pack by next year.
Looks like Elizabeth, who's at the KIFA clinic, that found her new team with the Ringers, got on base.
Yeah.
Which I don't think I
Yeah.
did during my first game.
Yeah, and she
He
only
was so
kicked.
good at KIFA.
Yeah, she only kicked 3 times, and 1 out of 3 of those times she got on base. So nice job.
Yay! She was in my group at KIFA, and she was awesome and improved throughout the day. Had a ton of questions, was very coachable. I'm so glad that she found a team. Yay!
And like Liz was saying, like I just want to give a shout out to all of the teams in the league about rolling with the punches this week because a lot of people had to move that did not want to play on grass.
Drink.
And we had a little bit of moaning and groaning, but no real big bitch fests about having to move last minute. So
Well, not to
thank
you
you
guys.
to all the teams who rolled with the punches and were flexible.
Yeah.
I think that they happened. They just didn't happen in front of
They didn't
you.
happen to you guys.
And the board appreciates that so much, especially after working like 5 hours in the heat to get
Good
those
Lord.
fields ready. I would have punched you in the face.
Yeah.
And if you're not flexible, call Yacy at Youngspine.
Nailed it. All right. The next game, we have Lions West move to Dad Perry Park West 2. Button Grind at Empire. Looks like Button Grind 10, Empire 3. Willow, how was that game?
Fun. Yeah.
I need more than that.
Yep.
Yeah, no, I was sorry. No, it was great. Yeah, well, like everybody was just saying, it was a really weird week, and everybody on our team, I think, just try to like stay in the moment, because it's like you don't have the dugouts, you don't have the usual lines of the field and stuff, and so we're a team that's still really growing in terms of our ability collectively to do well in games, and we communicated, I think, better than we have since I at least joined like a year or so ago, and I was proud of us, and it was fun, and button grind is very good. So,
Was this your first time playing on grass?
yeah, this was my first time.
What do you think on a scale of 1 to 10?
I like it. It's kind of like classic, you know?
It's vintage
It's
kickball.
vintage. Yeah. So, yeah, 8 or 8.5.
All right, 8.5. We'll take it. We'll take that.
I gotta give a shout out to Button Grind though, my old team. Their girls were really strong this game too. I watched it. Bailey pitching had a lot of great catches and a lot of good kicks. Ellie got 2. She went up to bat and got to second. She kicked it out into the outfield like super far. It was crazy kick. No one expected it. And also saw Willow with a diving catch. That was pretty cool over there in right field.
Yeah.
But it was a fun game to watch too. And just shout out to my old team.
Fantastic. Looking at the score sheet in front of me here, Willow, it looks like you never got out. It looks like you were
Are you 1,000?
yeah. Willow's on base every time at bat.
I wasn't expecting that.
You scored 2 of your team's 3 runs, and you are not you did not make an out for like. You were not tagged out, caught out, thrown out the whole game.
Looks like you're the MVP of that game.
100%.
Yeah, it was genuinely, like, I'm not even trying to deflect, like, it was genuinely felt weird because, like I said, like, I just try to stay in the moment, and our whole team did, and so it was just kind of like, I was the first time when every kick, I didn't think about it. Like, my goal was to not think about anything, and then after each time, I was just like, that worked.
That was fun. I'm on base.
Yeah.
Nailed it. And
I've got to give Willow more props because I was watching both games back and forth, and Willow ate in right field. Very rarely made a mistake and hustled your heart out on the bases. So good job, Willow.
Yeah.
And
Thanks.
it looks like 3 people from Empire were at the clinic. Anna and Kate were there as well. So good representation. Thank you guys for coming out to the clinic. Always love seeing you there.
Also, Empire is one of our sponsors.
Empire is one of our kickball sponsors, and I don't have the sponsor cheat sheets in front of me, but I do know that Stacy has some secret information going on about that soon. Empire is located around 9th and Iowa. They're in the back side of the mall there, the shopping mall area. They have pool Monday through Thursday for leagues, and you can come in and play anytime. They have weekend tournaments. Open pool tables always. There's actually Torta Salisco's is open Monday through Saturday, so they
Delicious.
have food. So good. Hang out with friends, watch TV, play pool. Lots of options to play there, and coming soon.
So we are working on putting together a KVKL pool tournament.
Woo.
So yes, it's a three member team. So 3 people on a team.
Like 8-ball, 9-ball.
8-ball.
Okay.
9-ball. Like with the 8, there's like an 8, like you played like normal pool.
Okay.
Can I call a winner right now?
I
It's
play
gonna be-
pool and I still don't know what league I'm in. Like, you play with all the little balls.
So
and they're
Brian
in a
Iron
diamond.
Whiteman's going to
They're
take home a
not in
trophy.
diamond, they're in a triangle.
Brian Iron White Man from the D-Holes is going to win this
Yeah.
tournament whenever it happens.
Not necessarily.
Stacy's on her
We're
own team
coming
now.
for you.
He's
Brian
missing
Iron
kickball
Whiteman.
this season because he's been playing in pool tournaments. So he's
But
real
yes,
good.
So we are putting together a tournament. The information will be coming out soon. It will either be in July or August, but we don't have the exact date yet, but it will be coming at you soon. So
Fun.
more information to come, and thank you, Empire, for helping to put that together.
Fantastic.
Oh, and one more thing. Good luck, Breakfest Club, tonight. Do well.
Oh, is that your pool team?
Yes.
Yep. All right. Next game, Dad Perry Park West, 5 o'clock, Soda Jerks at Triple X. This game came down to the very end, I believe. I think the final score was 7-8. Have that in front of me somewhere? Yep, 7-8. Does anyone have notes on this game? I didn't get to watch it, but everybody who talked to me about it said that Emberly was the MVP of the game. who
They
plays
say, doesn't
Triple
Derek
X.
play on that team? He didn't give you
He
any notes.
gave me notes, but I was hoping you guys would talk for a change.
No, I signed
I picked Derek too to give notes.
Well, on the actual score sheets, mine's printed out really small, so it's hard to read. It says Derek not forced out at 2, but tagged at home. Emberly caught in a pickle in the 5th. Jesse fouled out. Gio told me there was some drama about a headshot, and then the players got doubled up the next play, so it didn't matter. Triple X had a player that played shortstop and in the outfield that caught a ball while he was tying his shoe. Apparently was tying his shoe, stood up, caught the ball. It's multitasking. Grass woes for all teams. There was a divot between 1 and 2, and they called that the dude where's my baseline. Overall, a neck and neck game. I don't have a lot of other notes from anybody except Derek was talking to me infinitum about the game. The front of their lineup scored all of their runs, where Triple X was able to score throughout their lineup. So I think that probably made the difference. You got to be able to spread out your runs. But shout out to the 2 new ladies that joined Jerks on game 1 this year. Michaela had some great catches, apparently, and Lila had some great catches. It doesn't look like a lot of anybody else got on base but the first 4 or 5 batters. As for Triple X, they had exactly 9 people playing. Yep. And like I said, they spread out their runs. They just handled the grass a lot better. I did. Some of us are just getting too old to play on grass was one of the quotes I heard from somebody out there.
Grass.
Yeah. Anybody else on this game at all? No? Next game. I have John Denver 10, Red Legs 3 at Dad Perry Park West, which was supposed to have been Dad Perry Park West. Okay. That one didn't change. Any notes on this one from anybody? There's nothing on the score sheet.
Shout out Coach Maddie, who came and played for Red Legs. He scored a run. So he did his thing out there with the small ball first time.
First time with the small ball?
Yep, first
But
time.
he's a big ball guy normally.
Yep, he's normally a big ball.
That's what she
But
said.
He did the small ball. But I watched the game. Ladies did a lot of good things. Like Meg had a good kick to left field. I think she got a double out of it.
With an RKI
Or
too,
maybe
right?
a triple.
I think she got 2 RKIs.
Yeah.
Nice.
Runners on 2nd and 3rd. She bombed it to left. 2 RKIs and got
Yeah.
a double.
Yeah.
And I know Red Legs had a lot of new players
They
who'd
did.
never played on grass before. And
Yeah, no.
that was a
I
struggle.
talked to Jordan about the game. They played well, like defensively and everything like that. With like people playing in new positions because they had a couple injuries too, so we had to switch things around. But just offensively, couldn't capitalize when they wanted to. But I mean that happens. But JDE is a really good team too, and
Real
they
talk.
did their thing on the grass. So
My takeaway is that it was a pretty competitive game. Watching it from the sidelines, Red Legs just couldn't put the ball on the ground like they needed to get runners around. And then I just remember Avery incessantly yelling, "Hell yeah, brother!" at everyone.
He wants to be a WWE wrestling heel as well. Somebody gave me the note. I'm sorry I don't have my notes in front of me because I have to use my phone for something else. Somebody gave me the note that Finley was probably the all-star for Red Legs. He either was part of every score that got run that got scored, or I think he had a home run.
He had it in the park home run. I think they had decided that if it had rolled down the hill, it would be counted as a home run prior to the game. So.
Okay. Smart. So it looks like Finley was carrying his team pretty hard. And I will say in the very first inning, Shane got pulled from the game. He caught the ball, came down with it, landed badly, and it turns out they found out today he's tore his ACL. So get well soon, Shane. I think it's the same one he tore like 10 years ago. Yeah. So get well soon. Jeff from JDE maybe? Is there a Jeff on JDE or a Jeff on, I don't know. Jeff had an over-the-shoulder catch that would have changed the game. So
Yes, he's the first kicker.
there we go, Jeff on JDE. He apparently caught a ball that if he would have dropped it, probably would have changed the outcome of the game. I think Shane getting hurt at the beginning of the game and that catch took the wind out of the sails for JDE is what I'm putting together by the notes I have in front of me.
I thought I had notes from this game because I was like, I'm pretty sure I texted Betsy about it. She said Keely, is that how you say her name? On Red Legs was the first teammate to score and start their momentum in the 5th inning, it looks like. against her old team, yeah. She said Jess was moving base runners and Jordan had back-to-back catches in the outfield and she was playing center at one point. So
Sounds like Jordan.
We know Jordan's a badass and she catches everything, but I'm biased.
100%.
Love Jordan.
Miller time.
Miller time.
All right. The next game I have in front of me is, I already did those games. I'm an idiot. Cross that out. Dad Perry Park North 1, KBC Tropics at Woost. 5 o'clock. The score on that game was on my page.
20-4.
Thank you.
KBC Tropics.
Thank you. This was a run rule game, I was told.
Yes,
Aw.
it was not pretty. I was excited to play on grass. It's been many, many years. But it honestly was not. It didn't work in our favor. I wish I could say we had one bad inning, but we got run ruled. So we had 4 out of 7 terrible innings. Our offense just got burned. I mean, our defense got burned a couple times. They were place kicking. Good notes. Carolyn made a diving catch.
She does that every game.
Which I mean, it was grass, so she sacrificed, went for it, and no kitty litter burns. So
Nice.
That's a plus.
Very nice.
I made a really good catch at short, which I want to shout out to the people at the clinic, Jess, Julie, Alex Hammond. That's my favorite. Every time,
deep
every
kick
game
drill?
after the clinic is my best game always. Like I'm always
Yay.
skills ready.
That's what we like to hear. It looks like on the score sheet you guys scored 1 in the first batter. They scored 1 in the first inning, so it was tied going into the third. And then they had a few and kicked a few, and you guys answered, so it was like 2-5, and then they snowballed on you.
Yeah.
I did talk to Jackie Becker about this game, who is one of our sponsors, and she said that it was almost hurtful to be run ruled by Cougar, because she's been around and she's like, I thought we were friends. Why would you guys keep doing this one thing? Like, why would you do that to us? We were having fun. And so that would probably be her beef of the week. But Up to 11 Productions is Jackie Becker's business, and she is a sponsor for tonight's podcast. Jackie Firecracker Becker has been a longtime sponsor, producer, and all-around rock star for KVKL and KIFA. She is running a dozen events all the time, making hot sauce and doubling down on volunteer work, and those are just a few ways she makes us great. Check out these upcoming Up to 11 shows. We've got Friday, July 14th, the Mountain Goats at Liberty Hall. That's like indie rock folk. Tickets are like $35. August 2nd, the Front Bottoms at Casey Grinders, indie pop. Tickets around $35 again. And August 11th, Horse Girl at the Bottleneck, alternative rock, advanced tickets for $17 or $20 at the door. So check out some concerts, support local music.
I had 2 notes. I won't say where I got them on this game. It's anonymous. Heard that KBC Tropics were still bunting in the last inning when they were clearly run ruling. So
Dick move.
that's not cool. Come on now. And that the third baseman was talking shit towards the Woos sideline the entire time. So
Dick
I don't know.
move.
Maybe do better next time, whoever you are. I don't know who you are, but
Not cool.
it's a Pendry. It's Pendry is what the room is saying. Oh, Cougar's texting me, not answering. Don't care. But, come on now. Like, you're winning, you're having fun, but, like, take that energy to your sideline and be positive instead of being negative to the other team. Like,
Yeah.
come on now.
I know that Jackie provided music for the event, and she said she started off with a slow tempoed song, and every song she would make the tempo go up and up and up, trying to like keep everybody pumped up and not wear everybody out too fast. And I was like, that sounds fantastic. And then when the game was over, people were like, no, don't turn the music off. Please keep DJing for us. So I think she stuck around for a little while and did that. I know she didn't get to stick around the whole time, but it sounded like she was having fun up until she realized, oh no, we've been run ruled. She didn't even know. So, okay.
I also got a few notes on this. Kyra from, was it KBC Tropics? Was
find
like
out.
MVP for the team. She went 3 for 5 with 4 RKIs and a double play in the third. She fielded the ball at second base, tagged the runner going to second base, then completed the double play with the throw to first base.
Oh.
Alex went 3 for 5. She attempted a face-first slide to third base. Wow. Don't do that.
Well, it's in the
with
grass.
her
You can do it in the grass.
left arm reaching, but was pegged with a throw to her left leg in the 5th inning. Michaela, Yeah, I think I said that right. Yep, got her first run of the season. Nice. In the fifth inning, Kelly made a put out at pitcher in the third inning, and she had a catch at pitcher in the sixth inning.
Nice job.
For the Woost, Carolyn made a terrific sliding catch, legs first at SS, going to her right. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. Sarah had a couple instances that she almost made a really good catch with her arms stretched high, but both balls were just out of her reach. Tropics got lucky on both instances. Andrea did well fielding her position at second base. Jackie is always in great spirits, always fun to play against. And OG, by the way. I know. Okay, I know.
She has an OG.
No, I know.
All right. More kickball happened. We got to burn through these. We're burning daylight. Dad Prairie Park North, 7:00. Our bar at Sacred Sword. It looks like the final score on that was 6-9. Sacred Sword. Don't sleep on these soccer kids.
Right. I watched the first inning of that game. The highlight from the first inning, was the rover for Sacred Sword. She had a double play. She caught a really tough catch at Rove, and then the guy on third was going because he didn't think she was going to catch it, and she caught it and tagged him on third too. So she had a cool double play. I don't know her name, but
Madison.
Yeah, that was pretty cool to watch.
Do love a double play. Other notes? I think Stacy from our bar.
Yeah. So yeah, I've got notes from both sides on this controversial issue. I'm sorry, I'm going to try to talk fast. Okay. So Sarah says, hold on. So there was a big, controversial issue with the ref call. The ref called 3 outs on our bar when it was actually only 2 outs, confusing the our bar runner from first base to then be tagged out by Sacred Sword while leaving the field. The refs overturned the original 3 outs call, telling our bar runner to return to first base and have the kicker kick again. Sacred Sword captain told their team to go back to their dugout while approaching the refs to dispute the overturned call. The refs then changed the call for a third time, going back to their original call of 3 outs while refs make mistakes. It was very frustrating that the call, had been changed 3 times.
Yeah.
And Cougar did apologize. He said, he totally made a mistake by calling 3 outs when there were only 2, but he felt like Gabby was the runner at first, running to second, and then she had, the ball was caught, she had to go back, and he said because she was going to, had to go back, that she probably would have been tagged out. It doesn't matter. Right. So
once you call a dead ball, it's a dead ball, goddammit.
Wasn't.
Yeah.
Right.
Maybe we all pool our nickels and get Cougar one of those little counter clicky things that
Or
baseball
some
refs use.
glasses.
Or they can just check the score sheet.
Yeah.
Score, yeah.
Well, and apparently,
a mess.
I was going to say, apparently, right before that play, there was Cougar was very angry with the person keeping score because it had been all fucked up.
The score sheets, it looks like somebody threw up on it. It's awful.
Yeah, and apparently
Sorry.
that happened right before this, and he was very angry and frustrated, and he apologizes for his mistake.
But, okay.
Well, the score was close,
I mean, and people
a
do,
6-9 score, and something like that happens to your team, takes the wind out of your sails.
It does.
Does that change the outcome of the game? 100%. Some people say one play doesn't change the game, but when it's a mistake by a ref like that completely kills your momentum, that one play can change the game.
Yes.
6-9 is close enough.
It is very close.
That's my take.
Maybe the lesson learned here is if you're the runner and you don't think it really is the third out, stay there and get clarification.
Yep.
Right. I mean,
100%.
yeah, you always stay on the base. Don't leave until you know. I always tell my players, if you're not sure, you stay on the base until you are told to get off.
Until you're the last person on the field, then leave.
I think my other lesson is if a head ref is trying to correct a call, you listen to them.
And wait.
And instead of refusing to get on the field, you just...
True.
Right, true.
So
if a team refuses to go out on a field, then you say you can either take the field or you forfeit the game.
Yeah.
We have rules that a head ref can correct a call and place runners
100%.
Wherever they want, wherever they
should
feel
be.
like they need to go.
It's written on the website.
Yep.
Check that.
So teams...
You would think Cougar would have read that rule by now. And just so you know, Cougar, I know you're listening, that's yet another reason why you cannot head ref Posh Wash Games.
Oh shit!
Moving
Take a drink
on.
for that.
Moving on to the next game. South Park. It was supposed to be at South Park and was at South Park. Harpies at KTC.
Kansas Tree Care.
Sorry. You did. I didn't. This is my notes.
I will say there was a lot of grilling going on.
Ooh, drink.
Grilling.
That's a shot.
Lots of tubed meats were being grilled.
Meat Mountain.
There was a meat mountain, and we all enjoyed it.
And I have to say thank you to all those teams who brought food because I did not have time to even go by my house to pick anything up, and they all fed me.
I didn't eat lunch until 4 o'clock.
And
that
it was
my
chips.
dinner at 5 o'clock. It was amazing.
And the final score of the game, which I didn't say, was Kansas Tree Care 9, Harpies 2.
Yes.
It didn't feel like that. I got to watch a bit of this game, and it didn't feel like that was the score from the stands.
Close. Harpies always plays us close the first couple innings. It was scoreless. The first
We left
two.
so many
I think
freaking
it was like
people
1-0.
on base.
Austin had the unassisted triple play. I think
When the
it was
bases
still-
were loaded.
bases
Loaded.
loaded, 0 outs. I think it was scoreless at that point, so I think Harpies could have gone ahead. And then Austin said, "Nope."
Austin caught like a line drive at his like fingertips at first
It
base.
wasn't actually a line drive. It was a nice it was a deep kick, and
Not a
that man
not a line drive, but it was up here. It was
he
like a
jumped his vertical was amazing, and he caught it with his fingertips.
yes, it was like a finger.
It was beautiful. It was a beautiful.
It was above the
catch.
headline drive. It
Yeah.
wasn't like a
Yeah,
deep.
yeah.
But
it
then
was,
he caught
I mean,
it, and then he tagged poor Grant, who left the base a tad bit early. And then it was a throw to home.
Thomas, was running
he
home.
chased down and
slid
tagged him.
into-
Yeah.
Oh, he did chase it down. Oh, so there
Yeah,
was
yeah.
a
I think they made eye contact. Race. Anyway, enough about Austin. Can we talk about the ladies?
Yes, please.
Yes.
I saw so many good kicks out there. From
Can I just first
both
of all
teams.
thank Liz for coming out sunburnt and dealing with the nonsense of chalking extra grass fields, and
Thanks.
and she still played in the game. I know Stacy was like, I'm not playing.
Yeah, I'm old. I'm much, much, much older.
The other board members,
and I couldn't do it.
the other board members, some of them played, some didn't probably. But like when Liz showed up sunburnt, hadn't eaten, listened to me talk at her for a second. I apologize. Murdering it on the field and everything else is just really good to see. The spirit, it never goes away. Your positive spirit is always good.
I have notes about the other ladies.
I was going to say, luckily, Claire from our team was there this week, so then I didn't have to play. Grant had me sharing with Claire, knowing, just because it's Claire, and she was killing it as pitcher, and I'm like, I can't pitch one inning. And then I was like, I'm not even going to be able to run to first base. So I'm like, Claire, you just go right ahead, girl. And she killed it.
I need to talk about Nicole Flanders. I need to talk louder into the mic. Nicole
Yes,
Flanders.
do it.
Up with bases loaded. And I know Nicole has been working super hard on kicking. And she laid down a gorgeous grounder. It's kind of split the pitcher in the first base. It was just hard enough to get past the pitcher. Slow enough that the second base didn't have enough time to get to it to get out. So she was safe at one. Got the RKI. It was beautiful. Nobody, I think, could have done it better than Nicole did.
Agreed.
Ange had an out from shortstop, so most people know Ange is our amazing shortstop. She got somebody out, which I think she's done at least once every game, almost every game this season.
Like shortstop, like a
Shortstop
throw
to first.
Okay, so
Yeah,
a throw
yeah.
from short to one. Okay,
Yeah.
nice.
And Janae had, I think, a few catches at second.
Some beautiful kicks.
Yes, and a few relays, like picking up a ground ball to get the out. Really great kicks, so mine were okay, but the other ladies played better. But yeah, wanted to shout out our ladies. Noah had an over-the-shoulder diving catch.
I'm so glad he
field,
didn't get
left
hurt.
field.
Oh my god.
It was the deepest
Nobody
kick.
got, Alex played with a broken pinky
Yep.
because he's a McKee.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that cat, it was like a
amazing.
real deep kick by, I forget which squid kicked it. You remember?
Harpy.
Harpy.
Sorry. Squid
The
was my
Harpy's
game.
got legs.
I think that was
Maybe Josh.
That was Aaron.
Aaron.
That
Yeah,
kick
growing.
was so
Aaron.
deep, and it was in the air. We were all just watching for 10 seconds. We're like,
I was like, that's
oh,
hitting the sidewalk. That's hitting the
shit.
sidewalk for sure.
And he got it, and it was like,
Yeah,
Too
it
much
was
air.
a really good catch.
A lot of the Harpies ladies came to the clinic.
Yes,
They
yes,
did.
We had five Harpy ladies there, even though a couple of them couldn't participate because of injuries. But I want to give a shout out to my girls, Becca. She, that girl is like clutch in the outfit. Like her defense is just amazing. Her offense as well. But I want to give a big shout out to our new player, Angela. This is her first year.
Yes.
And that girl was all over, man. Like once she figures out how to play, she is going to be like killer. She is sliding into bases. Oh, yeah. She is sliding for catches. You know, she didn't make all those catches, but she is like putting her body and like sacrificing herself.
She's in
for
it.
these. Yes. And go ahead. Once she figures it out, like, there's,
that was the person Jordan was like, this person. Once they figured out, you're going to be killing it. And doesn't she have a puff paint jersey as well?
Yes, that's the rookie jerseys this year. I tie-dyed and puff painted them. Elliot and Angela have the rookie jerseys.
They are hilarious.
I love the idea of a rookie jersey.
All right. That was a great game, and Meat Mountain was a success. The next game at South Park, 7 o'clock, Love Garden at D-Holes. The score on that game was Love Garden 13, D-Holes 4. The first note says, grass is trash.
That's from, thank you, Claire. That's from Claire.
Agree.
Okay.
She had to pitch the whole game, so I get why she's saying that.
A beautiful gift to Love Garden bunting. And then Tyler, the animal, Ethan, Tyler, quote unquote, the animal, and Ethan with a gorgeous one down one bunt. Those are the paper notes.
Yeah, Tyler, like, I've never seen a catcher play the way Tyler played catcher. Like, he was sliding. Like, he dove so many times, which you can only do in grass as a catcher. I mean, you're not going to, like, make the diving catches that this guy made. It was amazing. It was, like, really fun to watch.
Cedric was amazing at catcher, too.
Yeah,
Cedric was.
was.
So good.
He did a great job, too.
I remember there being some really good catches. I know Kelsey made a really good catch at second on the D-Holes. Courtney pitched her ass off the whole game for Love Garden. I couldn't imagine. No. I mean, I guess I had pitched a lot on grass before, but I mean,
that's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. It was thick.
It's like pitching in quicksand.
Yeah.
So I was glad I didn't have to do that.
I said fact.
Oh, I thought you said fuck, and I was like, what's happening?
No, I
what's
keep
going
losing
on?
my place.
I can't remember my own game from a few days ago.
Megan, do you have any notes on this
really
game?
good, fun game.
It was a really good, fun game, and it didn't seem like the score was this lopsided.
As a fan on the sideline, it felt like it was a lot closer.
Right.
The energy from D-Holes was high the whole time. So I was like, this is a tight game. And somebody said the score. I was like, it's not that tight.
It's not that
but
tight.
It feels tight.
But we're just good at music and dancing on the sidelines.
We were dancing the whole time. Not to mention, I think one of our innings, it was like, not to sound gross or anything, but the dad juice was loose. All of our dads got on base and scored.
It was Father's Day, and so that inning started with, I think, Ethan getting on, and then Bickle and scoring. Then Bickle got on and scored, and Ariel kicked him around, and then Mike kicked him. So it was like all the dads were scoring and getting on base. So we just kept screaming.
Obviously, they scored somehow. Their dads. So,
they are.
Mowing lawns.
Yeah. We just kept screaming for the dads.
I think Amber had a good kick.
Yeah.
I remember at least one good kick from Amber, and then I went to the bathroom, and then she had already scored by the time.
Yes,
Amber's quick.
She was one of our 4 that scored.
I'll say Amber 4 Loco.
Yeah. Amber 4 Loco. Amber.
I feel like this was just like the classic grass matchups. This was
Truth.
a great, great teams to have out together, and I had so much fun.
Holes are always happy to play on grass. We always request it.
We always want to barbecue and grilling. But also, one of our sponsors is on the D-Holes. That would be Kelsey for Nourish Training.
Kelsey, Nourish Training.
Yeah. Kelsey plays for the D-Holes, owns Nourish Training. She wants you to take advantage of the benefits of exercising in nature by utilizing space outdoors at local parks throughout the community. Virtual training or coaching is also an option for those of you who are out of town, on limited time, or wanting to train in the comfort of your own home. She's serving clients through personal training, group training, nutrition education, and health coaching since 2015. Reach her for a group or one-on-one training at kelseyf123@gmail.com.
I've been training with Kelsey since 2015 when she started at Body Boutique. Yeah. Now, usually on Saturdays, I meet with her in a small group. A lot of kickball girls. Gio, yeah. Mm-hmm. Lauren Pierce. We all meet out and we just go work. Find a gazebo at a park and work out together.
I've seen you guys doing stairs at the football fields before.
Yeah, and stairs at Hobbs. That's a terrible day. When she's like, we're going to be at Hobbs. And I'm like, oh, fuck. I'm running stairs. No. And we zoom in. Sometimes I make a 6:30 workout on a Thursday morning workout with her. And
Sounds like she is flexible, and I like that.
She's kept me going to this age of 42 and still playing kickball. So thank you,
Moving.
Kelsey.
Can I say one more thing about the game that I found really hilarious was Love Garden hustled on and hustled off the field, which was amazing. They literally ran on and off the field every inning. And we were just sitting, it was like me and Stefan from Kansas Tree Care, like, what are they doing?
So
Like, it's hot. I hope they keep it up all season. It was
my
amazing.
theory on that is that because they're an older team, like a lot of the people on that team have been playing for a long time. They played on grass, like back in the beginning. Rob Z's been around since same time as me, I think. And we used to have to play 3 or 4 games at Hobbs. We played games back to back with 2 fields at Hobbs where we shared an outfield. And there was a championship game played there where we lost the light, literally because it got dark. The game was called on account of darkness, and we had
I feel like there are maybe only 1 or 2 of those people left on that team, though.
I agree, but when you have that in your head and you're like, shit, it's going to get dark, that's where that hustle comes from, because you don't want to have to call the game.
It was amazing. I was impressed.
Yeah.
They did. They ran.
That's just
their
my
asses off.
assumption. More kickball happened. We got 2 more games, and then we'll talk about something else. Hobbs Park moved to Broken Arrow Park. Red Lion at Honey Badgers, and the score of that game was Honey Badgers 6, Red Lion 3. The notes for this game are watch the Facebook if you want notes. Thanks, Marcus. See, I roll here.
Is
useful.
this game on Facebook?
It is.
I
He
have
did.
not
He
found
did
this.
3.
I haven't found this game yet.
Yeah, Ben Hutnick says the line was missing some offensive weapons for this one. So before the game, Kenny they talked about switching to beer in hand if the score got really lopsided. Lions defense showed up in a big way, which kept the game close for the first half, but Badgers made them work for all their runs. They just couldn't keep pace. Ladies on both sides were fantastic. The Badger gals have great speed on the base paths and kept a mid-inning rally rolling. Playing left field for Lion, Aerie made a great charging grab, matched by one of the gals playing left field for the Badgers later in the game. Leslie roped a sweet kick over the third base later in the game, and RJ tried to kill Ben with a kick to the right field where Ben had to run into the fence, and Ben says, I think RJ's trying to kill me. Everyone I got notes from said that saying Ari because that's what I'm assuming because there's no E on the end, said on Red Lion was playing Rover and caught a ball while kneeling. She made it look easy. So every single person who complimented Red Lion commented on this person. Cammie with great bunts. They all played solid D. Badgers, there's an Aaliyah who played left field the entire game. It's only her second year in the league.
Ooh, nice.
And
I love
she
seeing
had-
ladies in the
yes.
outfield.
And she had a great catch. She kicked really well. Kayla played second base for the Badgers and got a lot of outs and cutoffs. But Kenny says that the Red Lion team really made them sweat, but it is still their favorite team to play. He says they were evenly matched, and Badgers kept stranding kickers. He's been playing with their lineup. It probably wasn't the best week to do it, he said, but they did pull out the win in the end. Any other notes on this one?
No, ma'am.
Just me? What? Oh, yeah. Red Lion has one of our sponsors. Thank you.
Lerner Real Estate, sold.nicholaslerner.com. Nicholas Lerner is a realtor at McGrew Real Estate. 785-766-5613. Nick would like to thank all the KVKL peeps that he's had and the pleasure to work with, buying and selling homes. The process of buying and selling homes is a difficult task that takes careful thought, steady preparation, and the coordination of many people. Nick is here to make it easier on you by breaking down on the entire process into successive steps and daunting tasks of the legal transfer of ownership of real estate property from one entity to another becomes an exciting process with clear and succinct goals. Nick will navigate and illustrate what it takes to achieve these goals. Whether you are curious about the price of the house down the street, want to know what a competitive market analysis is, need some help with a flat tire, or require assistance in another way, he's here to help you.
Our tech-savvy realtor, everyone.
Fun fact, if you send someone to Nick so he can sell him a house, he'll give you a handle of Maker's Mark. That was my commission for...
And you'll also get an awesome magnet with the basketball schedule.
Oh, yes. Hit up Nick for the KU basketball schedule come November.
Yes, absolutely, 100%. We have no more notes on that game, so next game. Lawrence Shirt Factory at... who did they play? Post House. My notes are a mess.
Who played at 9 o'clock on Sunday? I don't even know.
It was Game of the Week. Broken Arrow was supposed to be at Hobbs. For those wondering, when Game of the Week gets moved to a new field, theoretically, you do not lose your Game of the Week status. You should still be in the running for Game of the Week next year. So, sorry, that sucks. You didn't play there this year, but you will potentially get one next year. Post House 11, Shirt Factory 9. This was a banger.
Yeah,
This
that
was a
was
great game.
crazy. And I want to give a little quick shout out to Shirt Factory girl. I can't remember her name. Ari.
Willoughby.
Yeah, she looks like a beast out there. Like, she was quick. She was playing well. I think she was almost their tying score or something like that. I didn't get to stay.
She was almost a winning
winning
run
stay the whole
pre
game, but-
extra innings. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, she looks like, I don't know, she just looks great.
Also, Riley from Shirt Factory.
yeah.
Riley Keister.
She's new. Her catch at Rover. Talking to the mic.
She like caught this hard kick. Like, it kind of went through her hands and she caught it with her knees. And
Oh, it was
she was
amazing.
going to the ground. It was beautiful.
Never touched the ground.
Riley-
I was reffing 3 when that happened, and I was like, God damn it, I gave her a little golf clap because I'm like, I can't be biased, but fuck girl, that was great.
She had some beautiful bunts too to move runners.
100%.
And was still safe sometimes. Gorgeous. All the ladies. And who was their other lady? Who
Kayla.
played
Kayla.
Shortstop. Yeah.
Kayla is semi-retired. She's been part of this team for a very, very long time, and I think that she had planned on not coming back, but she came back, and then she left. She's never really left the team, but
Did
she's
she
always
come
on the
back
team.
because Bree is injured?
I believe
Probably,
so, yeah.
yeah. And I think they have another. I don't know 100%, but I think they have another
do
lady on their
Hillary.
team.
Hillary, who was on Post House last
Yep.
year. Tall blonde Hillary.
So she wasn't there today, so they had to call Kayla in, and she's played, but hasn't been there for a while. And all their ladies really did great. Top of the lineup, obviously, Shirt Factory took the lead, and it took a while. I think Shirt Factory scored in the first inning, and
Didn't score again until the fourth.
but then Post House answered in the second and third inning, so it was tied 2-2, and then it was tied 5-5, and then it was tied 9-9.
I just want to say that opening kick when Steve charged and made that fucking line drive catch
3.
was like, oh, that's what we're about to do. That's what this game is.
Now you know
Yeah.
why she locked it down. Ari likes it harder.
Do like it harder. Yeah, he had a really good game, but I'm biased.
And before the game, a couple people were like, I reffed this game even though it was not my job to ref because Poshwash and Corksuckers were not given a game to ref, and I thought that was unfair, so I stepped up and said, I should ref this game. And I'm glad I did because there were some bang bang plays. I wasn't drunk, and no one's going to influence my calls. They know, Shirt Factory and Post House know that before the game, I will never rob you of your enjoyment of beating someone fair and square.
And that is a promise.
And so that was a really fun game. And if you chirp at me, that's fine, but just know that I'm doing my job.
We
Any
know,
other?
Aaron? The inning where Shirt Factory scored 4 runs
Yes.
to go ahead 9-5.
Yes, yes.
Willoughby, I think, led off that inning, and then Riley kicked next, and they both scored.
Yes.
So that was led off by ladies. And then
Yes.
the inning where Post House answered and scored 4 to tie it up just started that inning with a gorgeous kick to Rover. And then I think when later on in that inning, she fell at rounding third base, but got
Yes.
up and made it home. And
Some
because
overthrows.
the Shirt
Yeah.
Factory person threw it to the base instead of just tagging her. But
Yep.
great play.
Great heads-up
running
play.
by
Yeah.
Jess.
Can we talk about the
incredible.
other Riley for a second?
Absolutely.
the other Riley.
100%.
Yeah, Sarah
Like,
Riley.
Sarah Riley had that beautiful fucking kick right over first base.
That little split, yeah.
Oh my god, girl.
Riley on Riley action.
I enjoyed Aaron Garger's commentary tremendously from home.
I think we all did.
I miss her so
Thank
much.
you, Aaron and Sarah Rock, for sacrificing their phone batteries to live stream the game and give us the color commentary.
And if you haven't listened to Gargers yet, go and watch it. Apparently, it is hilarious.
So enjoyable.
We can't forget about Betsy. Betsy had some really beautiful kicks.
100%.
as well.
Betsy, Jess,
Liz.
Liz,
Riley.
Riley.
Obviously.
The villain cards.
Yeah.
Oh my God. The villain cards.
The Regina
I-
George. So
Oh,
good.
I was crying. I was laughing so hard at
I've read
these.
them. I've read them several times already. Like I just.
Bryson's was hilarious even. That was so good.
Weakness,
Nick.
Mom.
Yes, hot moms
His
and
kryptonite, their
husbands.
husbands. Yeah.
Also, Liz Schaefer, first game back since her surgery. This is the first game she's played.
say I miss you, Liz. You're not here to make a lot of noise with me.
Well, you can do it for the both of you. I believe in you.
Liz motherfucking Schaefer.
Yeah, she had a hernia surgery right before the beginning of the season and hasn't been able to play yet. So welcome back. And somebody was asking me when I was reffing, they were like, "Hey, is Stickum allowed?" And I was like, "What do you mean?" Like, some of these fucking catches, there's no goddamn way people should be catching some of these. I'm like, I don't remember seeing anything in the rules about it, but I
Check
promise
Bryson's
you.
hands. He wasn't wearing gloves. Maybe he had stick 'em on him.
3 times, so it doesn't matter.
True, he did get burned out there. So I guess
Bryson
maybe
0
not.
for 7.
Yeah.
No, I think he was 1 for 5.
1 for 5.
He said 0 for 7. And then I actually looked today, and I think he was 1 for 5.
Probably
One of
facetious,
Post
but still
House's new
entertaining.
players, Nick, their shortstop.
The
He's
door
like
guy
the
for the Red
door guy
Lion.
from
Oh, shortstop and pit.
He has an arm.
And
He's
pitcher and
pretty
catcher.
good.
Yeah. He played baseball growing up. Third base, I think.
Well, I haven't
yeah.
seen him play kickball, so.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
I know he's done some travel, but he's good.
He's okay.
It was an enjoyable.
I'm kidding.
It was an enjoyable game to watch, and it was it was fun.
I mean, if you were at this game and you were actually paying attention, you know that there were some bang bang plays. It was really hard for people who are not on the field in specific spaces to see the foul line. One thing we did at the beginning of the game was we put bright yellow objects in the outfield on the foul line so the refs could see. Trust me, I knew exactly where that foul line was the entire game. And so if those calls had been made on my side, I don't think that there would have been as much arguing, perhaps. But the drama that went down in the 13th inning, I don't even know, with Steve, I do believe the correct call was made. I'm very sorry. It sucked, but that's the way the cookie crumbles. And I think Kenny did a great job. And so thank you, Kenny, for stepping up and reffing multiple games that day as well. Is that the last kickball game? Does anybody have any other fun notes on this?
I just have on my notes dick towels and stickers.
Oh my God, yes.
Thank Post House for the stickers and Mike for some dick towels.
I literally almost forgot about the dick towels, but there's one literally right behind me. They're so funny. Legends never die. Hilarious. I think that's the last of the kickball games for last week, and we're already over an hour into this, so we're going to burn through some other stuff really quick.
Sorry.
There's a couple
Sorry,
sponsors.
not sorry.
There's 2 sponsors we haven't talked about at all yet, and that's my fault because I was trying to breeze through. Sano Massage and Wellness is the first ever Kickball for All sponsor back when it was Girl on Girl. Ames has always been a treasure, and we're thankful that they come out every year and rub our butts when we're hot and sweaty. I think there's more written down somewhere. Who's got me?
I got you. You want me to read?
Yeah.
Let's see. Sano is the original sponsor of the Action Clinic. We got that. Therapeutic massage for people of all ages and states of physical well-being.
You get big words again.
Trigger point therapy, myofascial release, neuromuscular therapy, deep tissue, Swedish massage, acupuncture, acupressure, Tai Shiatsu style massage can help relieve effects of stress, headaches, chronic pain, sciatica, repetitive motion syndrome, tendonitis, sports injuries, scoliosis, pinched nerves, herniated disc, and many more. I went to Ames once because I was like, hey, I think I have tumors in the back of my head. She's like, those are stress knots. Let me rub those out for you. I was like, cool, not dying. Thought I was just stressed and had knots in my
I
head.
was gonna say, what is the name of one of their massage therapists? Is it like Thea?
Thea.
Okay, so she doesn't do when I saw her, she doesn't do the deep tissue, but she does like the really light stuff.
She does the myofascial.
Yep.
Then I was like, okay, I need a massage. This wasn't what I was expecting, but I swear to God, I saw my chakra.
No. I go to her for myofascial. She has magic fingers.
Thea's great.
Swear to God.
Thea's
You're
great.
like, what am I paying for? I don't feel anything.
Starts
And
off soft.
2 days later, everything falls into place.
You're like, oh, damn. Cool. Where'd that come from?
Thanks, Sano.
Thank you so much. The next sponsor that I didn't mention earlier is James Finley from Fine Fitness. He is another original sponsor for our podcast and clinic and everything. He was one of the original coaches at the first clinic ever. And so he's always been there to help us with everything. He is dedicated to finding healthy, happy fitness guru inside of everyone. It is his goal to not only get clients up and off the couch, but also to empower them to stay active by making exercise fun, educational, and life-changing. With goal-oriented, systematic approach to weight loss and strength gains, no objective is out of reach. James plays for Red Legs, and he's one of those personal trainers that if you see him on the field and you're like, hey, I got a question, tips, he's like, yeah, here, tips, I got you. What do you need? And he'll help you out and give you tips right then and there. And we love our people for that. And I think anybody who works in the wellness community will do that, truly. because they want to play kickball against you for years to come. Does anybody else have go to James for puking on the treadmill? He makes you run on this treadmill, and it goes really, really fast, like crazy fast. And when you're done with this, a lot of people throw up because it's intense. But if you want speed training, check him out.
I was
for
like,
sure.
you're not selling me here.
No, just do it. I mean, pretty sure you're.
Shipley loves him.
Pretty sure Shipley does it. Derek does it. Pretty sure Alex Hammond
did it.
Oh yeah.
Pass.
Grant and Max did it too.
There you go.
Don't sign me up for cardio.
All right, we're moving into a game, I think. Yeah?
Yep. This
Game.
one is how well do you know your co-hosts? So I reached out to each member before the podcast. Everybody gave me their walk-up songs.
Ooh, let's go.
And so I'm going to play some walk-up songs, and we're just going to see if you guys know who it belongs to. So here is our first one.
Are you making a person guest or all of us guess?
No, you guys can.
We have to work it out together. I feel like this is a Sarah Rock song.
I'm going to guess Sarah Rock.
Is that a consensus?
Yeah.
Oh, please reveal yourself. Who is the person? That would be
Scandalous.
Scandalous.
Scandalous. All right. We're wrong.
All right, now I know. Check
All
that off
right.
the list.
I may have actually started a riot before.
Oh.
Oh.
All right, song number 2 for walk-up songs. Here we go.
Yeah, I'm out at Brooklyn. Now I'm down in Tribeca, right next to the Narrow. But I'll be hood forever. I'm the new Sinatra. And since I made it here, I can make it anywhere. Yeah, they love me
This one might be
everywhere. I used to
Stacy.
cop in Harlem. All of my DVD.
Do you want
Stacy lives on
Do you want the title of the song?
Stacey lives on New York Street and has for a very long time.
It's New York. We're going to go.
It's an Empire State of Mind.
Oh!
Willow song.
That's 2. You got me. I'm 0 for 2.
All
Guys,
right,
don't
all
listen
right,
to
all
me. I'm bad at this game.
All right, third one. Here we go.
Hi, my name is Bob, and I approve this message. I got the magic in me. Every time I touch that track, it turns into gold. Everybody knows I got
Liv or Liz?
That's wrong.
It's not Liz's.
It's not Liz.
Yes.
I got the magic in me.
She got magic hands.
Killing it. Magic hands.
All right, hold on. We'll do one more. One more, and then we'll move on. Here we go.
Sarah Rock.
Smells like Teen Spirit? Or is it the Weird Al Yankovic?
Sarah Rock.
We're going rock this time. Sarah Rock.
Is it you, Sarah?
No, we're so bad at this. That was
She got a house full of
Stacy.
teenagers.
Stacy. That everyone on her team is 20, so it tracks.
Oh.
We'll have to
Your
do the
team's
rest
full
of
of
those later.
teenagers?
That was horrible. We were bad at this game.
It's a good game though. I like it.
Yeah.
You guys even go here?
No. So we have a couple discussion questions here. The first one is, whatever happened to the Guinness World Record attempt for longest kickball game ever? I was actually slated to get this going. Problem is, it's not cheap. Have you ever tried to do a Guinness World Record? Shit is expensive. They wanted like $10,000.
Nah, no thank you. Next, please.
Yeah. Like $4,000 for this. If you want to advance, if you want approval to do it early, it's this much. And if you want after this, it's another $1,000. And after this and if you want people to do this, and then we have to review it, and then it takes all this time and blah blah blah. And when you added up all the money, like we need a full-on corporate sponsor for this shit.
Fuck that.
It is not
Hard
cheap.
pass.
It's doable. It's still doable, but like we got the
Guinness.
volunteers. What we don't have is the money.
That money
Someday
could
when
go to
we're a
charity
501c3.
instead.
Get that 501c3. Next question is, what type of athletes do you think have the easiest transition into being kickball player?
100%
Baseball, soccer, basketball, etc.
Soccer.
Baseball, softball.
Don't you know? Yeah.
I agree. Baseball. Baseball.
It's hard to teach base running.
Well, also defense. I mean, it took me
Exactly.
a lot of years to understand defense.
And knowing where to go,
Knowing where to go,
depending on who's on what base.
situations, yeah.
Yes, being able to be ahead of
heads-up
that and know
plays.
where when a ball gets kicked to a certain spot, where do you go?
Yes. I mean, the people that come in that played softball, played baseball, they
have it.
an advantage.
I can teach you how to kick. I can't teach you how to read a runner's momentum. You know.
I'm gonna say soccer players.
Agree, Liz. I
picked up base.
I mean, if you're
running
looking at
because I
Sacred
had the
Swords
best
team.
base running coach, JC over here. I picked up strategy in this is my 7th season, and I'm still trying to figure out how to kick because I have never played soccer in my life.
I was going to say, but if you would have played softball, you wouldn't have had to pick up any of that. You would have only had to learn how to kick.
I played softball in preschool.
Yeah, no.
But
That doesn't count. No.
I mean, people say baseball is the American
I go with
pastime, but
soccer
we don't know
players.
baseball.
The soccer players I see just kick so well, and they learn the other stuff.
My vote is soccer player. From a coaching standpoint, I don't have to teach you how to kick. That's a pretty big skill to learn on its own. But I can teach you how to run and how to read defenses.
Come to the
JC is
KIFA
the
clinic,
best
and Jess will
base
teach you how to
running
kick.
coach.
I mean, having a team full of young players who have played both baseball and soccer, the ones who played baseball, their adjustment was
you
so much
lucky bitch.
easier. But the ones who really, their focus was soccer, Will Lawfer, for example, he's our catcher. He finally, this year, this is his 3rd season, and this year he was like, oh, I finally figured this out. Took him 3 seasons, and he played soccer all through college, and he's like, oh, now I figured out how to kick after 3 seasons. So, softball.
Yeah, the kickball's different from a soccer ball for sure. Yeah, so, but you can adjust easy. I think it's quicker to adjust.
Softball's
Yeah.
easier to have that adjustment.
Okay.
It's like my 13th season, and I'm still working on that kicking.
I vote baseball.
Yeah.
Exactly, yep.
Yeah, it's confusing on defense. It's confusing. There's a lot of nuance, at least for me, that I feel like I'm still adapting to that. And the sport that I feel like if I played that sport, I'd be better is more so baseball than soccer. You know.
Liv, Chelsea?
I vote basketball because me and Carrie and I both came from basketball. I think she played in college or something like that, and I played in college. I also did cross country in college, so it's that.
Who invited this kid?
I know, what the hell?
But yeah, no. If I had to say not basketball, though, I probably would say soccer because I played soccer too.
Chelsea's over here about
See,
to
I
say
never played
polo.
soccer, so
We could
don't know
throw
about
runners
soccer.
in there because you need a lot of endurance to play 9 innings.
I can teach you how to base run for sure.
Chelsea, what do you think? Polo? Easiest
Water
sport
polo?
transition?
Well, I mean, as somebody who came from individual sports as opposed to team sports as in my youth, I'm just going to throw out rugby.
Woo! Yeah! There's that woo I
I've
wanted
never
earlier.
played, but
That's
it seems
right.
Like, yeah,
That's a good question.
take them out.
That was a good question. I'm going to skip that question. Who's got beef? The fun part about who's got beef is we're going to do 2 quick sentences. Each person, if you've got beef, now's your chance. Let's go. We'll start with Ari.
I got beef. I got beef with that play at first base, the game of the week, where their tall first baseman on Post House did the splits over the white bag and the orange bag, and somehow whichever Peach was running got called out. That was interference, right? That guy was over both bags.
If you got to the if it was before the line, yeah, that would be correct. Yeah, correct call.
I got beef with that. call.
All in the orange bag.
I mean,
doesn't matter.
Yeah.
He was over both bags.
But there's no safe place for the person to run.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that
Should've
guy's
been an
probably just
interference.
glad he still has his
Nuts.
Yeah.
Real talk.
I got beef with my husband for getting a lot of dirt in my car after game of the week. I got beef with Brienne for bringing 4 Loko to the games and for Steve trying to drink one, but I took it away from him and gave him a Coors Light instead. So that's my beef.
I've got beef with fathers. We had 6 people miss our game for Father's Day, and I do not approve. So it's fine.
I've got beef with the weather.
I think my beef would be with myself. So, for not being able to get past the negative feelings I have towards grass fields.
Oh, sorry.
Grass. All right, Liv.
I got beef with all the people that after we lost to Johnny's told me we weren't going to be in the championship this year. I will still be your friend, but I will prove you wrong, and my team will prove you wrong, and that's my beef.
Wait, hold on.
Is it my turn?
Yes.
Okay. I have beef with refs who are not clear if they're calling a foul ball. I made a video. Jimmy was the model.
He's a beautiful model too.
You throw your hands in the air, make it a different hand motion than when it's a fair ball, and say foul as loud as you can, please and thank you. That's my beef.
I got beef with people saying that if you score late in the game, those runs don't fucking count. Because let me just say that those runs that the Harpies scored late against KTC,
Kansas Tree Care,
were totally earned.
Keeping us honest.
They earned those runs.
And they should count. And also, I got beef with people saying that the Harpies should have more hardware. I'm sorry, but once you're a number top 10 team, once you're 10 and above, especially for my no, it is hard. But my team, when we hit 10, we're not going for number 8. We don't want the twain. We want number 1.
Yeah.
If we're not going to earn the cup, sorry, but if I'm top 10, I'm not going for number 8. I want number 1. So, yeah, I get beef with you, Sean, for saying we don't have enough hardware, and Bryson, fuck you, our runs counted.
Yace has no beef.
Damn it, Yeezy!
Are you a vegetarian?
Mine's the same thing as Liz with calling out loud calls.
Didn't say I got beef. Hold on, I got beef.
I'll say Yace is a liar.
Lady Hammond's got
I
beef.
got beef that Yace has no beef.
There it is. There it is.
I got beef with Cougar always and forever.
100%.
We
Always.
all got beef with Cougar.
Yep. My beef is with the state of Kansas. The state is trying to push a bill through that they're calling the Kansas Women's Bill of Rights that bans trans and any identification gender other than the gender assigned at birth, despite federal recognition of transgendered people. This bill is transphobic. We don't get too political ever in KVKL because it's just not right. But this bill is only 400 words and it enumerates no rights for women. I have a lot more to say about this, but we're running out of time, and this should be a safe haven.
This bill's full of hate. Fuck it.
No to SB 180. Sorry. Now we have to do another game. What? Okay, good.
Yeah, I want to speak on that just really quickly. I'm trans, and yeah, I think it's particularly cruel because trans people, when they realize they're trans, are exactly at the point where they realize they're trans and are starting to find themselves, that's the point at which they're also learning to love themselves. So to take that away from them at that point of their lives is cruel. The bill, as Aaron has alluded to, isn't based in science or protecting women or protecting anybody. It's attacking trans people, and we should make Lawrence a sanctuary city. So.
Hear, hear.
Yes. Next part is more sponsor shout-outs, but we've done that, so I'm going to skip ahead. There's a game now. Megan has another game for us. It is called the Sorting Hat. We're going to draw a team from a sack. And
It's not the Sorting Hat. We changed it.
I'm an idiot. Okay, sorry.
Nope. I decided that the force is strong with this group, so we're going all Star Wars on this game. So everybody's going to draw a team from the bag here and choose whether they would be a Jedi, a Sith, a droid, or an Ewok. So
I love this game so much already.
we had to change it on the fly.
I love everything
Just
about
reach in
this.
there, grab one, and tell us what you got, Yace.
Let me see. Shake me one out.
I've got bunt and grind. And I don't know anything about Star Wars.
Oh, let's start with somebody who knows Star Wars. So we'll
I got
start
this.
with Aaron.
I got the Woost, and they are 100% Jedi. Everything about them is with the Force. Dan is definitely Jedi, like good guy all the way. Definitely taking care of the younglings. You can't argue with me on that.
I got Johnny's. And I don't know much about Star Wars, but I like Ewoks, and I like a lot of people on Johnny's, like Carrie and Mike and.
Ewoks
Ewoks
are cute and they
fuzzy
dance.
Creatures. They are cute, cuddly, cousin.
I don't know if
fuzzy
Johnny's
creatures.
is cute
So,
and cuddly.
Ewoks-
I think they're out for blood this year. I think,
don't
you
know.
know.
Ewoks are cute, cuddly,
They're
resourceful.
cutthroat, man. Like,
Resourceful.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just
Johnny's
love
are fucking kicking some ass.
I just love Carrie and Michael. So Johnny's, they're Ewoks.
Sarah? Did you get one?
I pulled KBC Tropics, and I'm going to say 100% droid. No, they are droids. I don't know if they are Cougars droids, but they are some type of robotic human something.
All right, what do you got, Willow?
I have the Rick Rollers. Who are the good people?
Good Jedis.
The Jedi's. I'll give them the Jedi's. They're
All right.
They're new and they're putting together a force, right? And like
Yeah.
I must admit I watched Star Wars like 10 years ago, but when in the movie, like that's the Resistance, you know, is the Jedi's, and it's like they're putting together their resistance.
I feel like you have a lot of knowledge in that there.
Yeah.
You just
Thanks.
said the resistance.
Yeah. Chelsea?
That's more than I do.
All right, so I got JDE. And I am fully going with not only droid, but C-3PO specifically.
That's very specific.
So,
I can
not
get behind that.
IG-88.
Is it basically because of the gold color of their jerseys?
No, it's just that's what Avery reminds me of.
He is a protocol droid. It's fair.
I got the Harpies. I am picking Jedi for them because I feel like Stacy's Yoda and Grant's Luke. And I just think of that scene where Yoda's on his back and Luke is like trying to carry him through the forest.
No.
And I feel like Grant does anything, you know.
He would totally carry me.
Yeah, he totally would.
That's a good
That's
analogy.
what came to
right
mind when I saw this one.
Oh, I love that.
I definitely cheated a little bit and chose my team.
Didn't even have to draw for that.
What?
Don't even have to draw if you're going to do that.
Kansas Tree Care, I do Jedi as well. Because they're the nicest people and they reffed for me.
Obviously
when I had volunteered to ref and Lou was like, "You're not reffing, look how red your sunburn is." And that was amazing.
And obviously they have green lightsabers. Trees.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I have Sacred Sword.
Crush, kill,
And
destroy.
obviously, they are Sith Lords.
Crush, kill, destroy.
Yes.
I drew again. We got red legs, and they're droids because they're methodical
Totally.
and robotic.
Don't most of them have robo legs with the braces also? I think almost all of them do.
Burn.
I love everything about that. We have to do rapid fire for predictions for this week. So unless there's a really close one, we're going to do rapid calls. Shout it out. Don't even
Oh,
have to
I do
shout.
have like
Oh.
the Pick'em games, which I will call out once we get there.
Okay.
So just so you're all ready.
Different podcast, but that's fine. So first game is going to be a banger. Kansas Tree Care at Global Cafe. Think Global Cafe being the home team will make a difference? What do we got?
No.
Who's going to win this game?
Kansas Tree Care.
Is it on
100%.
grass?
It might. Yes. Yes, it's on grass. Asphalt. Asphalt game.
I'll give you a chance.
Quickly though, rapid
Global
fire.
all day.
Kansas
Two
Tree
losses
Care.
in a row. Jimmy's gonna be mad.
Fighting words.
Jimmy's gonna score 3 times.
Ooh.
On it right now.
That's fine. We'll still win.
There you go.
Kansas Tree Care.
Kansas Tree Care.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Kansas Tree Care.
Tree Care.
KTC.
Kansas Tree Care.
Tree care.
The
We-
orangutans.
Orangutan. We do love you, and it's going to be a banger of a fucking game.
Yeah, no.
If you guys win, this is the first time they lose in like 30 games. Take them down. 30 games in a row.
As Sean would say, that's bulletin board material for
There it is.
Live.
There it is.
We'll be on the next podcast, so we don't win.
There you go. All right, next game. KBC Tropics at Dumbbells. Rapid fire.
Tropics.
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 All right, we got Tropics.
Underdog dumbbells because they're coming up. Dumbbells are coming up.
All right. Cork Suckers at 23rd Street. This will be a comeback win for 23rd Street. They got anger.
Screamers.
I would love anything. I don't care. It doesn't matter. This game's going to be awesome because I love those guys.
All right, I got 23rd Street.
Screamers.
Screamers.
I'm going Corksuckers because Jan always hooks me up with good booze.
Yeah, I
Ruby Redbirds.
Got to go with my coworkers here, Corksuckers.
They've got some talent. This one might be a tie.
Yeah, it could be.
There are no ties.
No, I mean for us voting. Yeah. Anybody else?
Somebody has to win.
Okay. Next game, we got Ringers at Empire. This will be the first win for either of these teams. Someone's going home a winner.
Dun, 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 dun. It's the Empire.
So this is one of the pick'em games. I know this is the wrong podcast for this, but we have pick'em games.
Okay, so it's pick 'em
What do
game.
y'all think?
I don't want to go game mode versus these guys because they all seem so nice.
Oh, and this is the spread. So by how many? How many are you going to beat them by?
So it's like a full number, not in between numbers.
Yes, please.
Like 5.
Woo! I like that.
Empire by 5.
I think Empire has more experience.
Empire has the experience.
By how many?
6.
I go Empire. 8.
Woo!
I'm just getting bigger.
I'm going to say Empire by 4.
4.
I had 5 in my head before Willow said it, so I'm on the same.
We can double down on a few of these.
Have 5.
Empire by 4.
Another one by 4.
Empire by 7.
7. Anybody else? Just me?
I like 7. 7 sounds good.
Okay. I'm going to do Empire by 2 because I think the Ringers are getting better every week. Sadly, they are not going to be, they're going to be just moving up, up, up. No, like, I want Empire to win this game. They deserve a big win. It's going to be a closer game, I think. Next game, YC 3, 5 o'clock, Sacred S-Word at Soda Jerks.
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 I gotta go with the Siths of Sacred Sword. Those evil soccer players from Baker. They just have
Literally
to get
the
it
entire
together.
soccer team.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
insanity.
So soccer.
So soccer is
players?
an advantage.
No, that's the thing. They're terrible at defense. They don't know what they're doing.
They are aggressive
But-
base runners, though.
They can kick the ball like in the air 100 times on the sideline.
And YSC 3 is a deeper field, so I think I'm also going to go Jerks. Anybody else? No. Okay, 7 o'clock, Johnny's at Harpies. This is another banger.
Johnny's.
Johnny's?
I love Harpies, but I'm gonna go Johnny's.
Harpies.
Harpies, obviously, for Stacey.
I mean, obviously Harpies.
Johnny's.
It's 2 for Johnny's, 2 for Harpies. I know, you got to pick, though. Quick.
Harpies.
Johnny's.
Ooh, 6, 6.
Johnny's, because Carrie's going to put some more bunts behind
That's
the catcher.
5 for Johnny's and 4 for Harpies. So far, this is the closest. 5 for Johnny's, 4 for Harpies out of our group here. Red Lion at Red Legs, YSC 4 at 5 o'clock.
Legs.
This is also a pick'em.
They, knowing the fact that Legs lost Shane and barely plays anymore because his entire staff plays kickball and he has to open the bar on Sundays, they both are losing veteran people who would normally be there. Does that affect it? If it's a pick'em, who do you got? Legs or Lion?
Legs by 2.
Legs.
Legs by 1. Do we have to do spread?
No, you don't have to do the spread.
do it if
don't
you
have
want
but
to.
You can, yeah.
I like the spread.
I
Do
want
what you
red legs. I don't have a spread.
I think Red Legs
Legs
takes a
by-
5 o'clock game. It's going to be close.
Yeah, legs by 1.
Legs,
Definitely legs.
because Red Line hasn't had enough to drink at 5 o'clock, and they thrive on alcohol.
That's exactly why I'm going Lion. It's because they haven't had much to drink yet.
I mean,
They
I gotta go Red Legs. Jordan's not gonna lose 2 in a row.
Let's go, Miller. All right, 7 o'clock, Bald Beavers at Asteroid Head. This is another crazy game. You never know who's showing up for Asteroid Head. You never know who's showing up for Beavers.
Beavers.
Beavers?
Asteroid head.
Asteroid?
Asteroid head.
Asteroid head.
3?
Asteroid Head.
Asteroid Head.
Beavers.
Asteroid Head. Even though I don't know who's showing up, you got to pick them.
Yep. All right, so that's Asteroid Head for us. 5 o'clock, YC 5, Short Field. Love Garden at Post House.
The house.
Short field.
Post house.
5 through 8 fields are all like 200 feet.
Post house, and someone's kicking it over.
I
Multiple
think
people.
more than one.
Post
I'm gonna
house
go post
cares
house.
way too much about winning. They're gonna do
Post
it.
house. Simon kicks it over the fence.
Post house.
Post house as well. I think they're going to be coming out looking for vengeance after last week.
I'm gonna give Love Garden some love.
Vengeance.
Vengeance because
every
they're
week.
villains? Is that what it is?
Because they're villains.
So the better question is how many balls go over the fence in this game?
Yeah.
5.
Bounced over or clear?
Over the fence period, I'm saying 4 or 5.
Yeah.
I think at least two bounce over and one clear.
David?
Yeah.
Davidson? Yeah, like,
Yeah.
yeah.
100%.
Anyway.
I think a good Shorzy quote. I like winning, but I fucking hate losing. That's Post House. Yeah. All right. 7 o'clock. Jazz House at Free State. I think Jazz House wants that win back.
Free State. Jazz House, they can't put it together.
Yeah.
Free State.
Growlers.
Growlers.
Free State.
I say Lindsay
Free State.
Dieter's got the energy.
I demand a picture of whoever gets the chain.
Seth, I know you listen to this. We want weekly MVP updates with the chain
I also want Seth's rankings update because those are fun.
and rankings. Get to work. JDE at Honey Badgers, 5 o'clock. YC6.
I gotta go with the Badgers.
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 I'm gonna go JD.
JD.
Badger. No, just me? Okay. Sod Squad at Rick Rollers, 7 o'clock.
Sod Squad. They just beat Jazz House.
Sod Squad.
Is it KCS?
Yeah, I'm going with my old team, Balls Deep.
Yeah?
Kristen.
Yeah, Sod Squad.
I choose Kristen.
Kristen all day?
Rollers.
That's right.
Rick Rollers.
2 for Rick Rollers? I cannot root against my wife, my kickball wife. Sod Squad all day. 5 o'clock, Rockets at Scoonies. This will be another close game. This probably should have been a pick'em. I got Rockets.
Scoonies.
I gotta go with my BFF Joe and the Scoonies. He'll get extra angry, and it might work out for him. I don't know.
I need to thank Joe for saving my niece from a creepo at a bar the other night. Thank you, Joe.
I gotta go Rockets and extras.
Yes.
I gotta go with Rockets. My girl Mary.
Okay, so we're 4-4.
Rockets.
Goonies.
Scoonies take it 5-4. Yeah. We've got late fees at Poshwash. Late fees just upset 23rd Street.
It's not really an upset.
I mean, David was pretty fucking upset. So,
That's a different discussion. We don't have time for all that.
but I will say that this is my favorite time to play. We play YSC 7 at 7. So easy to remember.
7 at 7.
It's my favorite. Put us there all the time. Late fees, Poshwash.
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 Late
No, I'm
fees.
sorry. Late fees.
I don't know what I was thinking. Sorry.
Poshwash.
I just was looking at Poshwash's name.
Don't you love
Late
puppies? But puppies and kittens.
Is Sean gonna have a moment? Okay. God, I'm gonna go with you because I love you.
I love you too. Well, that was 5-4 late fees. Young Spine at Bunt and Grind. Yay,
This
see?
is the other pick'em.
Okay, yay, see?
Young Spine by 2.
By 2, let's go.
Young Spine by 3.
Let's go.
Button grind by 2.
Young Spine by 3.
I gotta go last. It's my old team.
Yeah, we know.
I want Young Spine. I want Young Spine by like 4.
Oh,
This is going to be a close one. I feel like it's going to go extra innings, and it might be a walk-off with bunt and grind.
I think it's gonna be Button Grind by 4.
All right. Well, it's her old team. She's got loyalty issues there.
Pieces that are it's hard.
All right. Remember that time you said you were gonna never die? I will never die.
I do remember that.
Okay.
I think it was on this podcast.
It was.
Lying bitch.
That's why I root for them all the time.
All right. Anybody else? Did we get everybody? Okay. D-holes at Shirt Factory. Harder versus Oxter.
We really want to beat Shirt Factory.
D-holes.
The Geritol Cup. All these old fucking people playing against each other.
You guys are fighting for a cup full of
So
Werthers.
we've had some close games with them. I'm trying to think. We've lost by 1 at least once, and maybe 2 or 3. because we play them like every other year. It feels like so.
You're both angry after last week's game.
Ready? I'm ready to fucking beat that team. I don't believe we ever have. So
Let's go.
let's fucking go.
Let's go with D-holes.
D-holes?
I want Shirt Factory.
You want Shirt Factory?
Sorry, Ari.
I mean, I want the
Say that right
D-holes
in
to
front of her
win,
face.
but after watching Shirt Factory last week, if they play like they did last week, I think hands down they're gonna take it. But I want D-holes to win.
I agree with
Heart in your
Stacey.
head.
I had the pleasure of playing with D Factory in the charity tournament, and I love both teams so much. And I want D Holes to win, but Shirt Factory is not. I mean, they're coming back. They won't.
I just don't want to get hate fucked. That's for a different day of the week, not Sundays. Okay.
Always hard.
It's harder when you. The hate fuck is harder?
The hate fuck is harder. Yeah.
Okay.
Always hard when you're trying to vote with your head and your heart. I gotta go Shirt Factory. I love you. 7 o'clock, the pre-game of the week, Ghosts at Woost's. Spooky game.
I just think Ghost has really underperformed to their potential, so I'm gonna go with Ghosts. I think maybe
And they
they'll
got
start to
babies
turn
on their
around.
team, so why aren't they doing more?
Yeah.
All their kids are like 18 to 20.
It kind of depends on if that one kid wears his pajama pants that give him the +5.
They show up on those Wednesday practices and they're so fucking fast and they look terrifying and then they just kind of shit the bed.
Shit their ghost sheets.
I mean, it happens to the best of us. It depends on how much you've had to drink that night.
I'm gonna give Ghosts the credit here. I'm gonna go Ghosts.
I also choose Ghosts.
Man, I had like ghosts like killing it this year against some of these teams, but they have not
All right.
stepped up, and I think they just need more time. And so Woost.
Woost. I got Woost.
You better show up and show out.
Woos
Ghosts.
with the experience.
Right, yeah, I got Woost.
Yeah, Woost.
All right. Game of the week. Triple X at our bar.
Oh.
Records right now? Do we know?
I don't.
No. It's on the internet. The
I'm
website
gonna go
has
ahead.
it.
I'll go ahead and just jump right out here. I think Triple X will take it.
There you go.
I think they started out a little rough this season, but they had half of a new team.
Yeah.
Like by the time we played them, they were starting to
Yeah.
gel together and starting to.
I say
form.
Derek said the same thing. Emberly and Sam are definitely stepping up into leadership roles and doing really good.
They
Yeah.
played at least 2 games with 9 players.
Yeah, and won the last one with only 9 players. So, but it's game of the week, and if you have a roster of 20 people, 25 people will show up. So,
I'm gonna choose our bar because my man Eddie is on our bar. He's one of my favorite people, and I made signs for him last year.
Yeah, you did.
So I might make some more signs this year.
all right.
And
Anybody
our bar has the best wings, so I'm gonna go with them.
I'm going our bar.
2 our bar,
Triple X.
2 triple X.
Ladybird Harpies love our bar, so I'm
Obviously,
going our bar.
Obviously,
I'm also choosing our bar, actually.
Choosing our
even
bar?
though I was
Okay.
talking about Triple
Anybody
X,
else?
but yeah, love the teachers.
I'm also going with Arbor for the wings.
That's 5 our bar. Yes. Chelsea likes their quesadillas. Liv.
Triple X.
There you go. Okay. Our bar won that vote. Cleanup this week. I don't know who has it. Shipley does.
I do.
Oh, okay, you got it.
Harpies do.
Harpies have cleanup. Scoreboard. Anybody?
I don't know.
Somebody.
I don't know.
Okay. 7th inning stretch game gonna be the same.
Yeah.
Okay. Tickets for that. We sold like $200, $300 worth of tickets. The jackpot's up to $200 or $300, I believe, is what I heard at the last game. So let's keep that going. Food at game of the week.
Yes, the food this week.
Okay.
Yes, food.
Yay.
Who?
Elena.
Elena.
Elena always apparently, which is good. Cans for the community. Crush them. Put them in there. 2 different trash cans. One for trash. One for cans.
Please
Pay the
don't put your trash in the bag with cans.
The cans are bright fucking
I
blue.
don't like picking out the
Game of the
plates.
week. Pay
Out of
attention.
the
2
can
seconds.
It is
And
not.
don't put your Jello shot containers in with the cans.
It is
Those are
not a
trash.
recycling bin. It is a can bin, and then there's trash.
If you have other stuff, recycle it. Please do. But we can only do so much.
Take that shit home with you, though.
Game 4?
That's my beef. Jello shot containers.
Actually,
in the
we
can.
got some questions really quick.
Oh, questions from people.
Absolutely.
Peanut gallery.
So one of the questions that I received from somebody was, what is your welcome to the KVKL moment? Like, did you get trucked by somebody? Did you get hash marked? Catching some great catches? Like, what was the moment where you're like, ah, shit, I'm playing in the KVKL?
My very first KIFA in 2016. That was the best. I was hooked.
I would say my very first game, I'm sure we got fucked. I mean, it was a murder. It was. We never came out without being beat by over 20 runs in that first season. So pretty much the whole season.
My first season, we played Post House, and I was pitching, and Simon kicked a live drive at my face, and I caught it off my face.
Excellent.
He high-fived me.
I'd say I started with
More than that.
I started with balls deep with Chelsea and Derek and Josh, and I would say I was one of the few females that played in the outfield when I was much younger and thinner, and that was pretty cool. Diving in the outfield, catching balls.
My very first KIFA last year.
Yeah. Love that shit. Sarah?
I don't know.
You don't remember.
Too long.
It's been too long.
I'm trying to think. It's been a while since 2010, but I believe in 2010 we had a game of the week. Is that where Cougar told me we couldn't drink water?
No water.
No water because we were taking too long between innings. He's like, no water, and
We just need a break for water. No water.
yeah, we were taking too long to switch.
That was when you were rowdy still.
That's when we were rowdies, and then I think the next week I went and heat pressed no water on the back of my shirt, and then we took him a case of water to his game or something.
Yes.
So yeah,
I remember that. That was amazing.
No water.
I've been playing for 20 years. I don't remember that far back.
Ooh, shit.
It's hard.
But I will say the first time I ever got knocked down, I have two. One, I used to play catcher. And some people have long-ass legs and kick really fucking hard. And I almost cracked my sternum open with somebody kicking me in the chest. That was probably
Christ.
I'm playing a sport here. Two, playing catcher against Chalmers's. I had to play at home. A-Train, very fitting name, comes in. My foot's on the base. He thinks my right foot's on the base, but it's my left foot. My left foot's behind me. He thinks my right foot, which is in front of me, because I'm reaching out for a throw. So he runs to my right foot, because that's where he thinks the base is, because he couldn't see it running in. Plowed me down. Both of us went flying 10 feet into the fence at Holcomb Right. I had to see a chiropractor for 3 weeks. He had to see a chiropractor for 2 weeks. Both of us couldn't stand up. We both had to finish the game because we both played with 10. That
Was he out?
fucking yeah. I held on to the ball. He was out because he didn't hit the base. Yeah. So yeah, that fucking sucked. A-Train for a reason. Great nickname.
Welcome to the KVKL.
All right. So, second question is a little bit more serious. What is it? Ben wants to know, what more can we do or do better to help foster a more inclusive atmosphere in the KVKL?
Inclusive how? There's so many ways we can do better.
Right. I was like, don't be dicks to refs.
Be nicer to each other on the Facebook page. Sometimes there's a lot of dick comments on there. I don't know. Just we're playing a child's game. Have fun.
Welcome new players. When you see someone you've never seen before playing against you, guy, girl, good play, bad play, greet them, good job, bad job, whatever. Give them feedback, helpful feedback. You don't have to be a dick on the field during the game to new people. You can be aggressive during the game, but when the game is happening and someone's struggling with something, help instead of being like, no, I can't talk to you because you're on the other team and I don't want to talk to strangers. Help people. What's the point of playing this game for 20 years if people aren't learning and growing? The league's going to be gone if you don't share your knowledge.
I think we need to stop seeing inclusivity and or fun as a duality with competitiveness. I think it's up to each person to be inclusivity first and also competitiveness to whatever extent you're competitive. I'm competitive. We're all competitive. But
That's why we're here.
Inclusivity and making everybody looking out for each other, making sure we're all having fun is why we're here. Right, and competitiveness is why we're here.
Yeah, well said.
I would add, I think whoever makes the rule changes, I wasn't on the board when these changed the lineup rules. I think some people are still stuck in the you have to have 7 dudes and you have to have 8 dudes if you're kicking 11 or 12. When it's just a max, you can have fewer than that.
That was a rule when it was a minimum too, though.
Yeah, no, it's changed recently, but I think we should maybe think about our lineup. And I just want to shout out our bar because I think they've been doing a really awesome job with their lineup because they kick like 6 dudes and 3 ladies, and they have a non-binary player, and so they kick 10. So they're not seeing it as I'm kicking 10. I have to have 7 dudes. They're just putting whatever their lineup is, and I love that.
Yeah, when the rule was minimum of 3 men.
I know it's changed, and that's
I know
hard.
it's changed. When it was minimum 3 men, minimum 3 women. That leaves 4 spots for everything else, and that is very inclusive and makes sure that it is a co-ed league. That keeps everybody in it. You're not taking away spots from anyone. The pie has 10 spots. There's 10. Put them in there. Anybody can play anywhere.
Yeah, that would be mine. Just think about your lineup. Doesn't have to be. You don't have to reach the max every time.
Also, if you're, a top team and you're reffing a lower team, give them as much attention as you expect to get from your refs. Everybody should be watching the field, not talking to people behind the fence. Pay attention.
Should take yours?
No, well, I'm a lower seed ref, and I'm also sober, so I'll just do my best. So just don't be dicks to us. We're trying.
All right, so down to the final game. I think we kept it pretty tame for most of it, so I figured we could go raunchy for the last
Let's
game.
go.
Yes, please.
And we're going to go around the table. And this one, you have 4 options, A, B, C, or D.
I drink all that.
So I'm going to start
Summer
with Aaron.
Stacy. Yes, ma'am.
You have to tell me, whatever I read off to you, whatever word, phrase, you have to guess whether it's a sex position, a food item,
Uh-oh.
a board game,
Jesus Christ.
or an animal.
That's so many things to remember.
I know. But you've got it in front of you.
What are those 4 things?
Yeah, can we write that down?
Sex position, food,
Game number 4.
game number 4.
I need a highlighter. Okay, go.
All right. Are we ready for this?
As ready as I'm going to be.
I'm going to need you to tell me what a space dock fondue is.
Space Dock.
Fondue.
DOC or DOCK?
D-O-C-K.
Fondue is a dipping cheese, but
Or chocolate.
Or chocolate.
Or chocolate.
I mean, are you wanting her to fully tell you what that is?
I mean,
No, just one of the...
yeah.
Dip your genitalia in hot cheese. Is that it? No.
I do think this is a sexual position.
Is that your final
That's
answer?
my final answer.
You are correct.
Yeah. Don't ask me how I know that.
Space docking.
Does it
Docking. Space Dock.
Does it involve cheese?
I'm guessing it involves 2 penises.
I'll have you look it up. I don't
No.
Yeah.
Why don't you go Google blue waffle while you're at it too?
All right.
Yeah, from Monday to
Ari,
Tuesday
are
is
you
where I
ready
went.
for yours?
Sure.
Cock of the mountaintop. Is it an animal, a food,
Mountaintop?
sex position, or a board game?
Board game.
Cock of the mountaintop.
Board game. Final answer.
It is a food item.
Delicious.
It is a type of canned jackfruit. I should have given that to the vegetarian.
Well, no wonder I haven't heard of that.
Sarah was like, I know exactly what this is.
Coming in, lady.
All right. I'm going to need you, Sarah Rock, to tell me what a wonderpuss is.
A wonderpuss.
Yes.
I mean, it's got to be an animal.
It is. It's an octopus.
That used to be a kickball team?
Yeah. All right, Willow. Tell me what a skittle harvest is.
Some kind of messed up sex position.
And you would be correct.
You tell us or do you have to Google it?
You have to Google it. I went down a very deep, dark hole last night, let me tell you.
That's Skittles in the butt.
All right. Chelsea, tell me what the El Grande is.
El Grande?
Yeah.
That sounds like food. That's like
It's actually a
giant
board
burrito.
game.
Sounds like a burrito.
I bet there is a burrito.
I'm sure there is an El Grande burrito.
Partial points. Half points.
Write that on the menu.
She gets half points.
Half points on that one. All right, Olivia. This one is called Don't Wake Daddy.
Don't wake daddy. I've heard that before. What is that? Is that a board game?
It is a board
Don't
game.
you gotta know remember the commercial? Come on.
Don't wait. Yeah.
Wait, what? Daddy? I've never heard of that. It's a baby. Okay.
All right, Liz, are you ready for yours?
No, but let's go.
Let's go.
All right. Yours is tastes like grandma.
Literally when I go to take a drink. Thank you.
Tastes like grandma?
Yes.
Oh God, I hope that's not.
I hate this. I hate this one. I'm going to go with food.
It is a food. It's raspberry jam.
That's funny because my grandma makes jams at every Christmas.
Does it taste like
I can't even right now.
Usually, like,
All right, Stacy.
I love it so much.
Yours is shag.
So
Damn,
simple.
that could be so many things.
Time limit.
Okay, shit. We're over it. I mean, it's definitely could be that. It's that. Could be. I'm gonna go with game.
It's a bird.
Ah.
Yeah.
I mean, you know.
yeah, close.
Okay.
It just is sex.
All right, Yacy.
You can Urban
You're
Dictionary
rounding
all.
us up here. Cincinnati three-way.
Well, that could be. That could be.
Don't think that one's an animal.
No.
I'm just going to go ahead and say what everyone's thinking. Sex.
It's food.
Does it involve spaghetti? Chili and spaghetti and shit? Gross. So dumb. So dumb.
Cincinnati three-way.
That's our last game. We're not talking about kickball anymore tonight. We're going to thank all of our sponsors. We're going to say good night to everyone here in a second. Everyone who showed up at KIFA, volunteers, refs, people who taught, people who learned, if you brought food, if you grilled, everything that you guys do helps us keep going. I think that we got rid of almost all the shirts. There's a few left. If you haven't gotten your shirt yet, talk to Stacy. If you need KV Kill merch, you want to talk to Liz. Thank you to Santa Massage. Thank you to Fine Fitness. Thank you to Young Spine and Joint. You guys should be drinking when I thank every single one of these, right? Yep. Young Bar, Empire Bar and Billiards, Young Bar and Empire Spine. Nourish Training, Learner Real Estate, Up to 11 Productions. All of their links I'll post when we share this going further. All the panelists who are here, thank you all for coming. I am Erin Airbear Adams. We have Ari Likes It Harder Oxter.
Brown eye.
We have, I forgot what I'm doing. Summertime Stacy.
Thank you to the board for putting on the games this week.
Drink. For all the volunteers. Scandalous Chelsea Scanlon.
Yeah.
That's it. Dr. Yacy puts the yay back in Kickball Young.
Young Spine Forever. Thank you to the volunteers.
Drink. Liz, Suicide Squeeze Car.
I say something.
Yeah.
Go Kansas Street Care.
Liv Mas Olivia Lemus.
Thank you for having me.
Yes. Sarah, Down to Party Rock.
Honored to be here. I love you guys.
Willow, Gonna Leave You Weeping Novacek.
No SB 180 in Lawrence.
Yeah. Our producer, Lady Megan Hammond.
This team fucks.
And a special, always an extra shout out to Jackie Firecracker Becker for loaning us all of this equipment, and for Ethan.
For 10 years.
Ethan Papa Bear Finchman for coming out and helping me set it up. Anybody else I'm forgetting to thank, I'm sorry. There's a lot of shit to do. Next year, we're going to do it again. There's going to be different people on the podcast next year. So tune in. Hopefully it'll be fun. Good job, everybody. Let's rat-a-tat out of here.